Have a great day.
Shout out! Shout out! Shout out sa inyo. I love you, Mama Chup Chup.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world take
Good morning, world. 4時だな。仕事しよう。いや、また見るか。
Shout out! Shout out! Shout out sa inyo. I love you, Mama Chup Chup.
beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves. Never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away.
Have a great day.
We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it through back of the pack. Kill it anyway. To break. Haters face the world's mistakes. Wake it through back of the pack. Kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it through back of the pack. Kill it anyway. To break. Haters face the world's mistakes. Wake it through back of the pack. Kill it anyway.
And ahoy and welcome. This is your boy Kurix_Tuper, and today is a Wednesday, June 24, 2026. Good morning and mabuhay. Nice day for fishing. Fishing. Nice day for streaming, ain't it? Yes, in this low cortisol early morning of a Wednesday, June 24, 2026, we are finally, or I am finally dipping my pinky toes on the free-to-play gacha live service that I really like. The no, I mean to say that I have no problems with gacha live service. Those two magical words just bring so much joy in my life. And if you know what I'm talking about, I tend to have like some opinions when it comes to like live service, because I am also for game preservation, and as you might think, live service is a number one offender of killing games when it's no longer profitable for the publisher or the developer. But I don't, while I have opinions on that, I still give games a fair shake. I try to play them, and then if it clicks, then I'll give them like a number of episodes, and then if it clicks, it clicks. I'll visit them every once in a while, or if it really captures me, I will be playing them on a regular basis. Just like how we regularly play Neverness to Everness, which we haven't. I'll get back to Neverness to Everness soon. But for now, since we have so many games to play, of course, what we are about to do, it's only logical and rational that we play a new game. What corrects new game? That's new. Yes, because I am insatiable. For those who don't know me, I'm Correct, a Filipino variety and PNG tuber based in the Philippines, and welcome to our live stream here on Twitch, and I'm also doing a multi-stream on YouTube, so if you guys are on YouTube, welcome. And a good morning to each and every one of you. I am seeing a number of regulars, fellow streamers on the chat, at least on Twitch. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, I mainly stream on Twitch, and all of the alerts that you are seeing here, all of the notifications, all of the shoutouts that I am giving, mainly focus on Twitch. But if you are not on Twitch, that's all right as well. Feel free to stay a while and listen here on YouTube. youtube.com/@Kurix_Tuper. That is, of course, our YouTube channel. And of course, on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Kurix_Tuper. I was talking about socials. I'm on X, Blue Sky, Threads, and Facebook, where I post my schedule ahead of time, share my thoughts about the video game industry, build hype, and talk about upcoming games, mostly in the AA and the indie space. A little bit of AAA games, especially for those games that I'm really hyped up about. And that's the number one way of knowing when I go live. So if you guys are on those platforms, feel free to also check me out there as well. Of course, I'm also utilizing the music from Stream Beats Originals by Harris Heller. They provide us with copyright-free and streamer-friendly music. They always get a free verbal shout-out from us, and I also include them on the description in our VODs. And from time to time, I also utilize the music from Good Kid. Of course, you can check them out on YouTube and on Spotify. Do give them a like and a visit, and maybe you can use their own music. You can use their music, of course, but don't forget to credit them on your videos as well. We do not claim any ownership on the music that is featured in Stream Beats Originals and Good Kid, and of course in the game that we are covering today, which is Limbus Company. They belong to the respective copyright owners, artists, and if any of the rights holder deemed it inappropriate for us to utilize their content, of course we will have to comply accordingly. And we are doing this for my entertainment, of course, and for your entertainment. If you guys are or maybe looking for more information, for your information as well. And we transform this as much as possible through our commentary, experiences, interaction with you guys, with the viewers, with fellow streamers, with passers-by. And hopefully we will be able to provide something worth of entertainment, or maybe a background noise to for things to not feel less lonely, or to have a noise in the background. Or maybe you want to actively engage us, feel free to drop by the chat or by the comment section, whether you be on Twitch or on YouTube. And I will be staying with you for the next 3 hours or so, or 2 hours or so. This is again my first time checking out this game. I have always read that Limbus Company is one of the better in terms of story, lore building, characters. But of course, at the end of the day, it's a free-to-play game. It's a gacha game. It's a live service game. So it is at the mercy of the publisher. But the game has been released since, or has been in live service since 2023. So that's like about 3 years already. And it has a very positive review. Not many gacha games have a very positive review, and usually the market for gacha games is really saturated. We have so many quality games already. Of course we have the Genshin Impacts, the Wuthering Waves, the what they call that, Silver Light, something, the Everness to Everness, and soon Ananta, and many more. Again, Limbus Company is on that kind of like genre competing, but Limbus Company presents itself as more of like a turn-based tactical or strategy type of game with a unique art style made by I can only assume as a Korean company. Later we will know soon enough. And again, I have been saying this for the longest of time, since I started streaming here on Twitch and on YouTube. And I have always said maybe one of these days, and that day has finally come, and we will be checking out Limbus Company today for the very first time. Saya niyan, tiyagain mo lang yung battle system. Yeah, I have been watching a number of channels or YouTube content creators that talks about Limbus Company and how good some of the stories are, and I think that is one of the reasons why I got really curious, because one of the creators said na some of the story is well written and almost similar to like Dante's Inferno, like levels of hell type of like struggle, or what do you call that, story writing. So while I'm not really that familiar with Dante's Inferno, I have played the game before, but the mere fact that people are making references to like classical books, that means something. And I am all for games that has like strong lore or strong story. And that's why sometimes when I play RPGs, I took longer than most people, since I tend to like try to consume the story as much as I can. But of course, it's for like games with like bigger scope, I tend to like mostly skip them. But since this is more of like a visual novel, I'll try to absorb as much lore as I possibly can. And of course, the battle mechanics isn't it is going to be daunting at first, and so I will give it a fair shake. I will try to learn the battle mechanics, since that is also one of the main key points of this game. It takes a while before you understand the battle mechanics, and of course, the battle mechanics will be nothing if you don't understand the story, or I don't know. I don't want to skip, since that is the strong point of Limbus Company. I'm already glazing it even before I have even started it, so that could either be good or bad, but hopefully for the good, since I have been hearing so many positive things. Hopefully, sitting through the gameplay, and once I have mastered it, hopefully that will work hand in hand with the strong narrative of the game. Again, I'll try to lower my expectations, so when things starts popping up and starts happening, I will be pleasantly surprised. Again, expectations only lead to disappointment, but I have been so buttered up, so glazed, or many content creators has already glazed upon this game, so maybe my expectations is a bit on the higher side of things. But of course, I am keeping my expectations low when it comes to like the gacha elements, the reality that this is a live service game, that when the publisher feels like it's no longer profitable, they will just shut it down. And I think that is also one of the reasons why I want to stream it, for me to have said, or in the many features ahead of us, if the game eventually dies or it shuts down, at least I can say that I have played it and there is an evidence to it, because I will be exporting, or I'm already streaming this on YouTube, so it is already archived. After the stream, this will get archived and will be on a playlist, on a Limbus Company playlist. So to how many episodes, and will it capture our heart? Let's see. And again, we usually do this kind of stuff at the beginning of the stream to introduce myself, introduce the games that we are covering, say hi and hello to some of the people earlier in the intro part. But if you guys are watching this live right now on YouTube, hello. And if you're watching this live on Twitch, hello as well. Don't be a stranger, drop by the chat and I will be more than happy to engage with you. I'm doing the introduction for now, but I see your messages. I will be reading them right now. But if you guys want, you can skip ahead to the actual game proper. But if you're watching this live, there's no timestamps yet. Maybe after the stream, I will be adding a timestamp. But for now, you have to sit this one through. So first, let me check the chat. First off, we have Triheksha redeeming the first, and thank you for checking in, or as I usually say, thank you for checking in. We also, Triheksha said, matulog ka naman. By the way, guys, I'm a Filipino variety streamer, but I will be speaking in English because, of course, I want to chase clout. And of course, I also want to include the global audience, and of course to build our community. And of course, I respect the intelligence and the expertise of our fellow Filipino viewers, friends, and countrymen. Of course, they will understand us. They will understand that I'm a tryhard. But again, thank you for being here and for giving us a fair shake. Giving us a fair shake. Inuga. Invisible said, fast hands, squeeze Triheksha. Ayan, Triheksha is into roguelites as well. Actually, I was thinking over to whether to stream Limbus Company or the Spell Brigade. Actually, Invisible was with me yesterday or last night on Discord. I was mulling over if I should stream at around like 9 or 10 p.m. But old age and sleepiness got the best of me or got the worst of me, and I just said, you know what, I'll try to nap, quote unquote nap, and then when I wake up or when I woke up, I will be streaming. And so I did. I woke up at around 1 and I got hungry. I got some early morning breakfast, rice and fried fish, so I'm stuffed. And so I decided to finally check out Limbus Company. I was thinking to either Limbus Company or the Spell Brigade, so I went with Limbus Company, and here we are. Again, good morning everyone. Again, I'm speaking as if it was like 3:20 a.m. because it is 3:20 a.m. here in the Philippines. Relatively early, super early morning. Unconventional for me even. I usually stream at around like 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. but that will be for later. So let's see how long will I be able to keep this up before I start feeling sleepy again. We have Kuruiro. Ang bebeles palark while working. Good luck upon Kuriksu in chat. Thank you, Kuruiro Gaming. Returning to the world of show business. The business of show here on Twitch. Of course, we have another Kato streamer, Denny Bells. Do check out Denny Bells. Thank you for chickening. As well as Kuruiro. Denny, trying to get all Infinity Stones. The rune tokens. Next is thank you for dropping by and supporting the stream, Kuruiro. Next is thank you for checking in. Who else is here? We have Joker Jesse. Welcome in, Jesse. We have Denny Bells with the lucky roll again. Who else is here? Lauken VT, welcome in. Ayun, Limbuside. Yes, first episode. Lauken VT, chicken in. Lauken said, ang saya niyan, tiyagain mo lang yung battle system. Yes. If ever na gusto mong mag-expand sa lore niya, check mo sa Steam yung Lobotomy Core tsaka Library of Ruina. Yes, I have heard about those two games. Yung library lang yung gacha. Lobotomy Core is base management game. Yeah, I have also heard about that. And again, it's an expansion of Limbus Company. I think that's one of the videos that I watched that has like a darker, well, Limbus Company is a dark theme as well, so, but that one I think is one of the videos that I have watched on YouTube. hopefully mag-succeed ang stop killing game so pwede ma-preserve yung game kahit end of service na. Pero ayun kasi, even if like, let's say, yung stop destroying games initiative or stop killing games initiative gets passed, I don't think it retroactively applies to current live service games. But I am not discounting that some publishers or some developers are very passionate about their game. Who knows, maybe ProjectMoon, the people behind Limbus Company, is already, who knows, I'm not giving you false hope, but we're keeping our fingers crossed na some of our favorite games, the developers are like backing up their game, so it will have a working game or working game offline once that they announce an end of service announcement. Example, many people have been devastated. Well, not many. I'm being hyperbolic. Many fans of Destiny 2 have been devastated about the stopping the updates for Destiny 2 from Sony, and many people have already FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, or started spreading FUD that eventually it will get shut down, like Anthem, like High Guard, like Concord. Since putting a game, a live service game where everybody can like jump in, play with friends, is eating up like resources. Like it still operates a server. So if it's no longer profitable for Sony or Bungie, then they're going to cut the losses. And if they can easily like remove content, like the new player experience from the game, do you really trust Bungie to provide like an end of service version of it? I think it will probably turn out to be it will probably suffer the same fate as Anthem. While many players were still having fun playing it from time to time with dwindling player count, when it eventually was announced that it will end its service, of course many people revisited it, but after that the game is gone, and just like that, another live service dead. And again, that is the very nature of live service, and that's why I am all for stop killing games or stop destroying games initiative, since if the game is really good, there's like a good story here. It's really quite a shame that future generations will not be able to experience this, and I have suffered some of those loss. Like I have played Final Fantasy Brave Exvius before, a little bit of Dissidia Omnia, and mostly Mobius Final Fantasy, and that game has a very egregious monetization practice, and that's why I will never trust Square Enix again with mobile games monetization and their gacha service. It's because how egregious they are and how they shut down game just like that. And so I'm not really that hopeful about Dissidia Duellum. And that's why I'm relatively surprised when they announced Final Fantasy Resonance, because that's basically a reimagination of the story of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Okay, I went on a tangent. I just got triggered by the stop killing games and the very nature of live service game. Invisible, hello Lauken, said NB. And by the way guys, if you're on YouTube, we are playing Limbus Company for the very first time. Fresh experience here, blind playthrough. Hopefully I will be able to experience the fun that you guys have been experiencing for almost 3 years now. I'll give it a fair shake. I will not give up on it, and it will still come true. Don't give up on us, I know. You know, Bomadomo playing Icarus. Lauken, ayo! Lauken said, at least ibabalik yung FFBE as FF Resonance sa Switch. Yeah, is it just on the Switch? Of course, it's also on PC and PlayStation. But I still think it's overpriced. It's priced at around like $60. But then again, if many people start supporting that one, I have heard kasi while there are like green flags like a return to form, return to like turn-based RPG, I have heard that it only covers like the first half, the first quarter of the game, and they plan on approaching it like an episodic format, just like with Final Fantasy VII Remake. When I heard about that, I please don't quote me on this, but that's just a rumor. I watch a YouTube content creator, a Final Fantasy content creator earlier, and he mentions that there are rumors that that is going to be an episodic format. So that really turned me off. Like it's going to be priced at 2,000 plus pesos or around $50 to $60, and you're only giving us a quarter of it. And then every time that you're going to release that, you will ask for $60, $60, and $60 again. Are you Square Enix? Never mind. Lauken VT said, Duelum, di ko naman malaro, wala pa akong phone. Yeah. But I think that will also come to, what do you call that, on Steam? Maybe? Who knows? Just like with Ever Crisis. But then again, it's also not available on the Philippines. But of course, Filipinos can be really resourceful. But if they are going, but if they don't want we don't want other Asian countries to experience the game, they don't. Game is all yours. Shove it up your never mind. Again, I would still wait for reviews for Final Fantasy Resonance once it release. It's like a bait and switch. Like they're saying, oh, Square Enix is so back with a new Final Fantasy and return to form with turn-based RPG, and then they're going to like surprise us with, but that is just the first episode. So I will wait for a review and people talking about if the rumors are true. But if it's like a full game on itself and it will not leave us on a cliffhanger, like the graphics is HD 2D, like you have no reason to end on a cliffhanger. Like it's not that big of a game. Like why are you not finishing a game? It's not a live service game. It's a full version game. So again, hopefully if they don't go on that direction, but I have a sneaking suspicion that they might. But if that's the case, then I'll just have to sit that one through, right? Just like with what's happening with Final Fantasy VII Remake. If they are going to like release it periodically, then I can just simply wait for it on a much lower price point. Pick up the game when it's much lower, or pick up the whole bundle many years after. I'll just avoid the spoilers and watching videos about it. And I'll just enjoy it once it's reasonably priced. But currently on its price, they're releasing an incomplete game. No thanks. In this tough economy, I have so many games to play. I have so many backlog that I'm okay to wait and sit those game out. Lauken Vita said, sana free updates na lang yung episodes. Gawin nilang pay DLC yung crossover characters. Don't give them ideas, Ken. It's like, give the poor company Square Enix a shot. Let them monetize the heck out of it. It's just like saying, let Monster Hunter sell cosmetics, and then if you check on the Monster Hunter Wilds, Monster Hunter Worlds, Monster Hunter Rise, if you notice all of the cosmetics there and you bought all of them, it will be more than like original base price. But of course, completely quote-unquote optional. Video game industry, AAA, right? Nagawa naman nila yun sa Octopath Traveler 0, so pwede nilang gawin yun sa FFB. Oh really? I have Octopath Traveler 0 and I don't plan on like buying those stupid things on those stupid DLCs. I already have the base game. Actually, that's why I'm pretty confident that I can skip yung Final Fantasy Resonance because I still have some Final Fantasy games on my library. Anong game yan para maiwasan? No, are you into turn-based RPG, NB? That's basically yung Final Fantasy Resonance. But you'll hear more of that once we draw close the release date. That will be releasing on October 2026. So relatively a couple of months from now. You can check out the trailer right now. It's called Final Fantasy Resonance. And sorry guys, I went on a tangent. We are talking about live service games. But in today's episode, we will be trying out Limbus Company. And you know what? I think I should start now. Thank you again to Streambeats Originals for providing us with copyright-free and DMC-free music. And I will be turning on the in-game music. It really is a good music, huh? So let me remove the cinema bars and the shout-out so we can officially start. And for the live, let me also remove this. And we can officially start by saying... And this is Let's Play Limbus Company, Episode 1. Newbie jumps into a story-rich, free-to-play game. A Limbus test. Well, it's basically a litmus test. A litmus test to see if this game is for me. If this game really lives up to the high expectations set by its community. I'm really hyped up about the story at least. I'll give the gameplay a fair shake. Of course, I will be confused at first, but hopefully in time I will be able to quote-unquote master it. Let's see, but I will be taking it slowly but surely. So let's try a litmus test for the Limbus Company. Let's go. Let me shrink my... let me touch it. What? Sign in with Steam. Limbus. You know what? I will not read the terms of service. Who reads the terms of service? Of course you agree. Even if there's a quote there saying, your soul will forever be with us. Confirm. Can you imagine? If they have that clause on that terms of service, like once you agree to this, your soul will be forever trapped in the underworld with us, and there is no salvation for you. But since you didn't read that, F you. Touch to start. Downloading. What? Magda-download pa ako. Oh no. Well, I guess we'll just have to yap. 14 gigabytes, really? I'm stupid. 14 gigabytes? Do I still have that space? Yeah, I basically still have like 60 gig. I uninstalled Road to Empress, but I think this will be quick. I wish they allowed me to play first. 14 gig on top of the existing installer files. But again, we can still continue talking about the Stop Killing games, live service games. If you guys have any thoughts, feel free to drop by on our chat here on Twitch and on YouTube. Let's see, let's read. Parang yung lahat ng cosmetics ng Dead or Alive 5, mas mahal pa sa bahay yung lahat ng DLC. Yeah, diba? I think one of those games is yung Sims. The Sims. What is funny is initially they sold yung base version ng Sims, but as time goes by, they offered you so many sets and cosmetic pack or DLCs even that they are now offering yung base Sims for experience for free. Can you imagine Electronic Arts offering the games for free? But of course, but wait, there's more. There's a catch. If you want to experience the DLCs, if you want to get the recent update, you have to give them some money. So, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. It is up to you though to limit yourself on to whether to succumb to the temptation of buying stuff. But I think that is the general approach that I have made when it comes to gacha games. I tend to not spend too much. Case in point, I spent something on Where Winds Meet, dropped it, On Everness to Everness, I dropped it. No, no, not yet, not really. I will be returning to Neverness to Everness. I think one of the main reasons why I kind of fell off with Neverness to Everness, while the world exploration of the world is good, open world, modern era. I think it's the story. It's so light-hearted that it bored me. Maybe it will get better as the story progresses. I think another game or another gacha game that has that is Wuthering Waves. I have heard that the story got like a significant boost, and I have seen people who are playing Wuthering Waves who really enjoy and sing its praises. I don't know about Genshin Impact. I already left that behind of me, so maybe it has gotten good. I think I stopped with Nahida, the Sumeru Archon. I'm still in Sumeru on Genshin Impact, and I don't know Purina and their story. So, and I think they are now entering the last phase of Genshin Impact, the Shishinaya continent. So again, I'll just probably watch some uh, Genshin Impact in a nutshell to for me to have a closure on that series. Okay, let's continue the reading the chat. LOL, ads agad pagka-start and compiling shaders. LOL, change suggest chatting ulit. No. I mean, we're technically still in Limbus Company. And, well, what can we do? We can simply go on just chatting, but that might ruin the Twitch algorithm since we are already playing Limbus Company. Well, we are watching the downloading of it. And I think I can extend it. I am a yapper after all. Change suggest chatting ulit. Denny Bells, thank you for the lucky roll. Getting all those lucky rolls with the channel points. You won roll token. How many roll token? Linyahang EA. Early access. No, not early access. Electronic Arts. Sakto new character mamaya sa NT. Oh, really? Who's the new character NB? I can basically download it. So, I have already uninstalled Path of Exile since I haven't seen San Paulo played it or hasn't offered to play it with us again. So, in-install ko muna. I will be installing it if somebody asks me to play it with them. And I also uninstalled Road to Empress. So, I have some extra space available on my hard drive. Asmar, welcome in. Good morning. Thank you for checking in. Invisible said, yung main stories naman ng NT maganda, yung kay Renee, Nanali, and looking forward for more main stories. Oh, okay. So, I'll probably need to just plow through the story, no? Kasi I'm also yung like, if you notice my previous episodes of Neverness to Everness, I'm really watching it. I know a couple of friends who are like skipping the story. Like, why? Secretly judging them. You know who you are. Bomadom, Cosmosama. They're basically like skipping the stories to get to the actual meaty part. But I tend to like see yung banter of the characters to know who we are controlling, to endear themselves to me. So skip if it's Taigido. Yeah, I mean he's the mascot, but I still watch that. There's still some funny moments there. Lauken said, anything after 1.0 sa WoWa okay na. Tapos yung Cyberpunk collab solid. Oh, really? Ay, kaso what is unfortunate about collaboration event is they're so limited. Like, if let's say, oh, so WoWa is good. WoWa is so great. If I jump in now, I will probably not have any currency to pull for the next character. When did I stop with Wuthering Waves? I think I was fighting yung introduction ng villain, yung white hair dude na yung first villain, mukha siyang biker eh. I forgot. Who's that first dude? Parang he's hinting at something, pero ayun kasi I think that is what turned me off sa Wuthering Waves before, na parang the story is so messy. Like parang yeah, of course you introduce us to this world, so okay. It failed to capture my interest, but then again they did say that it was drastically improved on later versions. Probably I wasn't that patient with it.
Shout out sa inyo. I love you, Mama
But then
Chuchu.
again, do you really have to like wait for like tens of hours of playthrough before things get better? And that I think that is the problem with some badly written games. Like if you fail to capture the interest of the people for the first hour and it gets better later on, then you already lost them. Same goes with like anime. Actually, there is one anime that is one of my favorites, yung Steins Gate. It was really slow at the start. It gets better after episode 9. But then many people like didn't like it. But people will always say it gets better after episode 10, after episode 9. But then it's already too late. I think many people are working with a give an anime a 3-episode rule. If the anime wasn't able to lure you within 3 episodes or 5 episodes, then it failed as an anime. But then again, if it's like really a story heavy type of game or an anime, that is a big question. Parang, can you forgive the game or will you sit through like 10 hours before things get better? Especially if it's like a very expansive game that you will lose hours of your life. Like, let's say, it gets better after 24 hours. You also have a life to live. You are working, you have classes, and you only have like, let's say, 1 hour to 2 to 3 hours to play in a single day. And then you are giving a game a fair shake, and then it's a boring story after boring story, or maybe a meh or an okay story versus another game that you have played previously where it really is like hitting you at minute after minute. Will you be able to like sit that one out and with the hopes that it will get better eventually? So I think that's the one of the biggest problem when it comes to like gacha games is parang they fail to hook you right from the start. Okay, let's continue reading the chat. Sorry guys, I'm yapping. I think we're almost done with the download. See, I told you it will be easy. Genshin naman magkaka third person shooter sa Shnesnaya as per live stream nila. So I think that's just a gimmick eh. It will eventually be taken out. Skip if it's Taigedo.
이제 알았어?
ito na, let's go! See? Wait, let me finish the thought or the chat. Invisible said, I stopped WoA after getting Phoebe and Zanny. Kasi di nakasya sa phone. You play this game pala. I'm trying it for the very first time. I have heard so many good stuff about the story. I know the battle is kind of tricky or is what do you call that? Easy to get, hard to master. There's an idiom eh. What was that idiom? Something hard to master. Easy to pick up but hard to master. Something. Hello Eunice. Eunice is also into Neverness to Everness. We were talking about gacha games being lame at the start but eventually gets better. Maybe that is the very nature of live service games. Maybe it's not. And then I went with the anime analogy and comparison. If it gets better after episode 10, are you going to sit that one out just to plow through the boring parts to get to the good parts of the game? And again, back then, Steins Gate was not a popular anime. It was like everybody was oblivious about it. But I think I watched Steins Gate because many people have already, and I think I was looking for a time travel, a good story anime, and that is highly recommended by the community. But then again, I can imagine when Steins Gate first came out, people were like, "What is this game?" And then some people like sit that one out until it reached that pivotal point in episode 9 or episode 10 when shit hits the fan and it gets way better. Invisible, Steins Gate solid. Sa red-haired girl ako, hindi kay tuturo. Ay hindi, si ano naman talaga si Kurisu. Si Kurisu naman talaga yung main character. Si Sino ba si Tuturu? Oh, Karin! Tuturu! What was her name?
Tuturu!
Pero it was really tragic. That is basically his childhood friend. Ayun naman na 90% na. Mayuri, yun si Mayuri. Si Okabe. Mad scientist. I'm a mad scientist. Pero that's also a very good anime series, yung Steins Gate. Again, if you haven't seen it, ay naka. I will not spoil anything about that game, but it gets better after episode 9. But I think it's like up until episode 26 or 30. And then there's a season 2 of that, which is also very good. Ay nako. It's a that's really multiverse story. Time traveling story. And all will make sense eventually. So oh well. Again, let's start with our playthrough of Limbus Company, and we have been yapping for 46 minutes. And can you imagine? We started like 46 minutes ago. I think I'll probably start a timestamp on the 46 minute mark. And then, thank you for hanging out with us and for listening to me yap about live service, about gacha stories getting better after a specific point, and will you be able to sit out or be patient with it for a number of hours before it gets better, or a number of hours or a number of episodes. So first we have Wolf. Do you see now? You can't run from us. Me, you dare interrupt me just as I was engraving. You must be out of your...
엄밀히 따져보면 스승님이 하려는 게 도시의 금기는 아니더라.
Do they have like an English voice acting here? Well, although that will retain yung true core ng game, which is like it is made by Korean developers. But do they have English voice performance here? They don't? Okay, fine.
아무도 시도할 생각조차 못했던 그런 일이라고 해야 하나? 어라?
Lion? Ura?
근데 이 녀석
Did you look at that?
그 사이에 머리를 갈아 끼웠군.
You managed to get a different
원래
head
당신 같은
in so
자들은
fast. Are people
준비성조차
like you always
철저한다.
prepared for anything? Me? Just wait till you get the likes of you will be no match for Lion.
아무래도 저 대가리엔
I
입까지는
guess
없는
that's
모양인데?
new noggin doesn't come with a mouth, huh?
째깍거리는 소리만
I can hear
들리네.
the clock ticking. I think they're
속에서는
screaming on the inside.
비명이라도 지르는 걸까?
Okay, so now we're being introduced to characters who we don't know yet. Hopefully, we will be able to relate to them on whoever they are. We have Wolf, we have Lion. The ticking's gotten
째깍대는
faster, so I
소리가
guess they
빨라지는
can
걸
still feel
보니
pain. Oh,
아파하기는 하나 봐.
so this is us? Me? They're trying to kill you though. Damn it, why am I being attacked? Not good. Memory decay already was done too quick.
뭐야?
Huh?
이젠
They've gone
잠잠하네.
quiet already. Let's get this over
그럼
with.
슬슬 끝내자.
Okay, so we are introduced at this group of animal named characters, and you're basically a person with a clock as a face or as a head, a burning clock, and they want to kill you.
늑대.
No one ever comes here,
여긴
Wolf.
누구도 오지
There are
않고
no eyes on us.
누구도 볼
So
수
what's the
없는
hurry?
곳이야. 뭐가 그리 급해?
I think it's pretty understandable if like they are coming into this area where they are hunters and they are just killing monsters here, and most of the monsters that they are killing are basically killing other people or other humans. Pretty understandable if they're hostile on a monster that they just met. You or your character.
우린 가르침을
We
따라야
must
해.
follow her teachings. No
시간을
wasting
끌어서는
time.
안 되니까.
그렇지만
Yeah, but can't we just savor the
우리가
moment?
살면서
Not going to get
언제
another
이런
chance
녀석을
to off someone of
죽여보겠어?
this caliber. Aren't they in... Oh, really? Hindi, I mean, Eunice, I haven't really learned about yung story ng game. I have read a couple of like snippets of it, but I'm coming in blind. How about you? Have you been playing this as well, Eunice? No, I haven't either. Okay. Pero kasi what really lured me into trying this game out is that it has a good story or good lore in this world. Plus, turn-based RPG. It's just a bonus for me. I played but didn't really read much. Ako I will be reading more. So, good luck to me.
사자,
Because I think
너는
one of the
일을 할
tags of
때
this
너무
game is visual
감정적이야.
novel.
공과 사는 구분하면 좋겠군.
Okay.
얼굴을 보고 싶었는데 아쉽게
I so
됐어.
wanted to have a look at your
당신의
face.
별이
I reckon
어디
you won't
있는지는
tell us where your
알려주지 않겠지.
star is, yes? Like hell I am. I am taking location to the grave with... Can they hear him or hear this character though? Me. Basically that's your character. Maybe you will get reincarnated or revert back in time. Damn, where was Blub supposed to be again? My memories are fading too quickly.
그렇군.
Panther.
입이
Okay.
없었지.
So their names are really animal. Panther, wolf, and lion. So this guy is Panther, no?
자연히
Meaning, this one
그것을
can tell
찾을
us how to find it.
방법도.
그럼
They cannot hear you,
이제
no?
끝내도 돼?
Can I end them now?
그래.
Sure.
이거
Hey,
무슨
what's that
소리야?
noise? You let yourself get
표범.
tailed, Panther?
아니,
No, there
쫓아올
wasn't
자는
anyone who
아무도
could have
없었어.
tracked me. Just a
짐승의
wild
확률은
animal, perhaps.
짐승 소리가 아니야. 이건
That's a bus? A Limbus. So it's a Limbus Company. Is this owned by the Lim family? A bus?
저런 게
How did it
어떻게
even end up
여기까지
here?
굴러 들어왔지?
I'm sorry for those who have been playing this for the longest of time. I'm a newbie. I don't know anything about this world yet.
조난당한 버스인가 본데? 길을 잘못 든 죗값은 생각보다 무거울 텐데.
Boom! You will be isekai'd. Did Lion just get pushed
사자가
back?
밀린 거야? 여전히 내 눈이
In my
틀림없다면
eyes,
당신은
if my
영광에
eyes are still
항구해야겠지.
right, then you will not fail to reach the port of glory. Who are you? That nameplate says Faust. Okay, so probably not part of the same group because it's not an animal based. I feel this ain't the story when I started. Really?
어두운 숲에서
You've lost your
길을
way
잃었군요.
in a dark forest. What?
하지만 당신은
Yet you were not
두렵지
overcome with fear.
않았어요.
Why was that? That's because I could simply lift my head to find the star.
그래요.
That's right.
이제 그 형상을
Now keep
되뇌면서
revisiting the
제가
image and
하는
let your
말을
heart
마음으로
speak those
외치세요.
words aloud.
너의 별을
Follow your star.
따라가거라.
Follow your star. And I think this is our character. At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head. I followed. Maybe Eunice, they revamped the story. When did you last play this game? Maybe you played it at the start when this was first released. Some companies do that, like Infinity Nikki. They like revamp the entire start of that game, and I think many OG fans didn't like how Infinity Nikki origin or the intro part was drastically changed. Who knows, 7 months ago. But who knows, maybe you just forgot about it. Or you did say na you probably skipped most of the story parts out. Ayun. So is our character a female?
걱정하지 마세요.
Please don't worry. Your heart is
정말로
still
심장을 못 쓰게
functional.
된 게 아니니까.
Though it may feel otherwise.
이것으로
It is
계약은
the pact is sealed.
완료되었습니다. 단테, 이제 저희는 당신의 시간에 귀속되었습니다.
Dante. What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이
The
먹고
beating of our
뛰는
hearts now depends on
당신의
where
시각이
your hands
어디
fall.
위 잘 부탁드려요.
I hope you'll make a fine leader. Okay, so your character is a male, no? Our?
정말
Is that
이걸로 된
really
건가요?
everything?
사과 한 알이
A single
떨어졌어.
apple has fallen. This guy
이
is still
사람은
not
아직도
making any
이상한
sense.
소리만 하네.
찌뿌둥해.
Okay,
이제 움직여도 되는 거지?
we are now introduced to a number of new characters. Probably the main character, I guess. Main characters.
뭐
Gregor.
몸을 풀어보는 것도 나쁘진 않겠지.
불쌍하게
many
나뒹굴고 있는
characters?
저것은 뭐지?
What's that
우리
miserable thing
마지막
writing on
대원이 될
the ground?
자인가?
Are they to be the newest addition to this squad?
말 조심하는 게 좋을 걸. 우리 상사가 될 뿐이래.
습격은 순식간이었을
It must have
텐데
been an instant ambush, yet you
머리를
still managed to
숨겼군요.
hide your head. Who are you people? And what's up with this bus?
우리는 당신을 돕기
We
위해
are the
찾아온
heralds of
정의의
justice
사자들이고
who have come to aid you.
이건
And this is the
원하는
magical
곳은
bus that
어디든
can
갈 수
take us
있는
wherever we wish to go.
마술버스죠.
Justice? Bus? I don't... You are the conductor, I think.
그런 대답을 바라는
Is
거
that not
아니었어요?
what you wanted to hear?
그렇게
You
생각하는
will feel
쪽이
more at ease
마음
that
편할
way.
시간도 없고 유리한
We're
상황도
racing
아니니까
against time.
천천히
And the situation
하지만
isn't in
한
our
번만
favor, so
설명하죠.
let me explain this once. After some time passed, so let me get this right. As long as I do as you say, those complete strangers who I never even met before will fight in my stead.
맞아요.
Correct. So long as you
당신이
give them
올바르게
the right
명령을
orders.
내린다면요.
Right. Then let's slaughter these shitheads. Go back to where I was. And what was I doing? Where am I even supposed to go back to? I was right on the cusp of an extremely important moment, something I was never supposed to forget.
진정해요.
Calm down.
그
It is
머리로
only natural
기억이
that this new
온전하리라.
head would have adverse effect on your memory. New head?
지금은 눈앞에 놓인 전투에 집중하죠, 단테.
And she keeps on calling us Dante. I'm not
뭐라고
sure how
불러야
I should address you.
시계 지휘관님.
Commander Clock.
아무튼
Suffice.
전투
In any
명령을
case, we
내려주십시오.
await your orders.
뭘 명령까지야. 각계 전투밖에 답이
Do
없지
we
않나?
really need orders? Seems like going one-on-one is the only way.
저기요.
Ishmael,
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는
you
거야?
lot
다
with your
으스러뜨리면
prattling. You just need to
그만이잖아.
crush them all.
최선을 다해주세요, 단테.
She keeps calling us Dante. The rest are calling us like Commander Clock. I guess I don't have any other choice. Okay. Our first battle, the tutorial. There you go. Let us begin by learning the basics of combat. Okay, I need to really pay attention to this. Please direct your attention to the dashboard here. You will be using the dashboard to relay your commands to the sinners. Okay. You will find each sinner skills on the dashboard. Okay, so ito yung mga on the top is this skills. The control scheme is simple. Simply drag from left end of the dashboard to the right and to change the skills. And you are ready to enter the combat phase. Okay. Allow me to guide your hand. Press and hold the gear on the left on the dashboard and grab the chain. Then while you're holding the chain from left gear, connect the skills from left to right. Then you will be holding the chain for the left gear to connect. Then while you're holding the chain from the left gear, yeah. Why straight though? Can we go? No, this is the tutorial basically. And well done. Now that the skills for all sinners have been chained, you may press the gear to the right to start the combat. So all the characters are called sinners. Okay, start. Oh, apparently if you add me, you can use my characters. Oh, later. I'll add.
폭들을
you.
제거하겠소.
Mhm. Oh, the enemies are strong, huh? And that is how you, the manager, issue orders. Let us try again. Look at the dashboard, grab the chain from the left gear, and connect the skills along, guiding the line command. Line to command us to use the dashboard. Use the dashboard to issue commands in your Sinner's combat. Sinners. Start of the combat space by following the steps. Grab and drag the chain. So hopefully we have like description for the skills. She will attack this character, pero how? Nah. This one will attack this character. She will attack this. They're focusing on the yung enemy sinner.
좋아, 간다.
Okay. Oh, and they keep on attacking on the same area, no? The enemies are strong, no? Shoot. Can they really now please issue a command again? We are stuck with the predetermined command that can we use other commands? I wish there's like a description, no, of the skills. Do we have like a description of the skills? No description. No. Okay, if you notice, they have like equal strength probably if I use this ability. But if I use this ability, the enemy will overpower us. Okay, so let's go with this one. Okay, let's go with this. The enemy can really overpower you. How about this guy? Okay. And the enemy will just beat us, no?
금방 다녀올게.
Well, this is still the tutorial. There EIS on the character, I think. EIS. Oh no! Information overload, Eunice. Still at the tutorial, no? Yeah. I should just go with the flow for now. Okay. Sure. Just give us the option to like beat the enemy. Really are not giving us any option.
금방 다녀올게.
Oh. Yeah, I think they'll die eventually, no? They're all bloodied up. Defeat. Ang paa.
이해가 되지 않는군.
I don't get it. This
이런
nobody's
것들에게
managed to take
사자가
Lion
당했다고.
down.
잠깐만.
Gregor, whoa, hang on. I know this is
방금까지
kind of
싸웠던
weird
사람의
coming
말하기
from someone you
그렇지만
were just fighting,
이건
but
대화로 풀 수
I'm
있는.
pretty sure we can talk this out.
이건
This is
이상적이지
not
않소.
ideal. So I knew
처음부터
it was
말이
a
안 되는
ridiculous
싸움이라고
idea to put up a
생각했는데.
fight against them.
다들
So
장난해?
much for our
난
main
시작도
characters. Bitch. What the hell? You said you'd fight in my stead?
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
We never promised to win said fights. What?
그리고
And it seems that I'm the
남았네요.
only survivor. Si Faust. Okay. Okay, so you meant for this to happen? You've got an ace up your sleeve, haven't you?
비장의 수,
Not necessarily an
라기보단
ace, no? This is simply
그
about
별을
following the star.
따라가는 거죠.
I think you will be able to turn back time to regress to an earlier part of the story, or maybe you'll resurrect at the Limbus Company.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가?
Mass suicide or something?
썩 유쾌하진
It's a
않고.
rather unpleasant display. What am I supposed to do? Arriving with all of the fanfare only to die like flies? I can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라.
Deliver this message to the serpent,
거짓사자.
false lion.
이건 막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
This is a flow that cannot be stopped. Okay. The red, but why? Damn.
내가 왜
Do you know
팔다리만
why I
잘라낸
only
줄 아나?
had those two dismembered?
그래야
because
사지
one of you
멀쩡한
needs
네가
to be in
저들을
back to carry
데리고
the rest and scram
허둥지둥
pell-mell
이곳을
out.
벗어나 달아난 팔과 다리를 대체해줄 놈이
The Red
붉은
Kings.
시선.
그렇게 노려보지 마.
Don't get glared.
네
Don't glare
놈들이
at me like
해놓은
that.
짓에
This is
비하면
nothing compared to what you
별것
did.
그 정도
With
부상이면
wounds like those, I'm
위에서도
sure your boss
충분히
will
할 일을
recognize the
했다고
effort you put in.
생각할 거다.
Consider them a badge of honor.
혼자 아니면
Unless
여기서
you want to meet
명줄을
your end
놓고
here.
싶은
Who are you one of them? You're too late. They're already.
늦은 건
I am not
아무것도
late for
없습니다.
anything, Dante.
단테, 우리에게 필요한
only
건
need
오직 되돌릴
A little time to
시간뿐이니까.
rewind. Ayun. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by an excruciating stab of pain in my chest as though my heart were being torn asunder, followed by flashes in the ribs, intestine, stomach, and lungs. What hurt? I couldn't even tell where the pain was coming from anymore. I let out a cry of pure agony as I felt my body twisting and breaking open. You... What? Huh? My consciousness fading, the only thing I could perceive. What? Was the sight of mutilated bodies around me inexplicably regenerating. Oh,
앞으로도 끝내주게
you're
고통스러울
in for one hell of a
겁니다.
painful ride
단테.
from here on out, Dante. And the voice of the man with red eyes. Oh, what happened? I hear a beast howling from somewhere. It cries ceaselessly. Is it wailing out of hunger or...
움찔움찔거려. 일어난 걸까?
드디어 정신을 차렸군. 버티지 못하고 골러갔으면
상쾌한 아침. 나는야
Refreshing
버스
morning.
기사.
This is
Caron.
Caron, the bus driver. Aboard the Mephistopheles. Caron.
아침은 아니지만
Man with red eyes.
상쾌하긴
It's not
하겠어.
morning, but I suppose it could be
기분이
refreshing. How do you feel,
어떻습니까,
Dante?
단테?
Well, I
제각거리는군.
keep talking like a clock. This language barrier will be quite a
의사소통이 안
hassle.
되는 건
Ah,
제법
so they cannot really
곤란한데.
understand you, no?
저는
You may call me
베르길리우스라고 합니다.
Vergilius.
이 말이 제대로 들린다면
Vergilius, give him a quick nod. He didn't seem hostile.
좋아. 듣는 것엔 문제가 없군. 일단 출발하지, 카론.
Okay, so we are introduced to Vergilius and to a number of characters. And the name of the bus is Mephistopheles. The driver is Caron.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
It was then that I realized I was aboard a bus. A bus. I can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는
Yo,
기억합니까?
Kuro! 40 Stream Street, thank you for supporting the stream. 40 Stream, sheesh! Do you remember who you were? I shook my hand to say no. I had just been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism of sorts.
원래 기억을 되찾고 싶겠군.
I nodded.
아, 매끄럽군.
That's to
다들
stop the
이렇게
rest of you from
몸짓으로만
adopting this
말하면
gesture-based
안 되는 건가?
communication.
어떻게 생각하지,
Miss
파우스트
Faust.
씨?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요. 저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이 그렇게 많지는 않을 것 같으니까요.
She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair glistening even without sunlight.
단테,
Dante. Come to think of it, man with red eyes has been calling me that too. Yeah, they keep on calling you Dante.
단테는
Dante is your
당신의
name.
이름이에요.
The amnesia must been affecting you
이름까지
rather
잊으셨군요.
severely. Well, if you have a clock for a head, unless inside that clock head is like your actual brain, then sure looks like it. That doesn't sound familiar at all.
점차 익숙해질 거랍니다.
Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier and that Virgil or whatever he was called seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는
Correct, so
제대로 된
Lakapar,
단어가 있답니다.
enjoy the Limbus Company. Yes. Thank you, Crossen. You actually can, but how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인
Assumptions of
발상은
yesteryear
머리를
must be
바꿔서
one of
생긴
the
건가요?
side effect of that came with your head replacement.
성대나
But she can
혀따위의
understand me.
발성기관이
Maybe she's a
있어야만
telepath.
대화를 할 수 있다는 건
It's anachronistic
시대착오적인
to
이야기죠.
think that vocal organs such as the cords or tongues are necessary for one to communicate. Anachronistic, right? Never considered that.
당신의 말은 한 사람에게만 보낼 수도 있고
Or choose to
모두에게
speak to
전달할 수도
everyone at
있답니다.
once.
모두라는 말은 수정해야겠군요.
Limited to the sinners.
수감자들에게만 해당하는 이야기예요.
Sinners, no?
당신의
The
뒤에
people seated
앉아있는
behind you.
방금까지
The very
당신을
same who
대신해서
fought
싸운
in your
사람들을
stead until
말하는
mere
겁니다.
moments ago.
그대가 이 여정을 함께할 마지막 조각인가? 얼마나 기다렸는지 모르네.
아 형씨.
모르네.
머리통은 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
Cranium.
당신이었군요.
So it was you. Thanks for
당신
putting up my
덕에
spine back into
박살나
one
있던
piece.
척추가 말끔하게
Were you a
돌아왔어요.
surgeon or something in the nest?
혹시
다들 닥쳐라.
Keep your mouth shut. Nothing
자궁이
is more
겹치는
unpleasant than hearing a
것만큼
cacophony of
불편.
noises.
자기 소개가
Now a
필요한
brief introduction
시점인가
is in
보군.
order.
그럼 가벼운 인사를 나눌 시간을 주겠다. 앞에 앉은 것
에이, 왜 이름은 항상 앞자리부터인지.
Why is it always the
앞에
ones in
나서는
front to
이제
go
진절머리가
first?
나는데.
I'm sick of taking the lead.
당신이 우리를
I
이끌
heard you were gonna be our
뭐더라?
boss or yeah, our manager.
관리자라고 하던데.
Gregor, senior number 13. Si number 13. Manager?
그래.
Yep. Which
그래서
is
어떤
why I was
인물인지
real
굉장히
curious to meet you.
궁금했는데
And,
말이야.
it's always the work to choose the right words.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만 저마다 사정은 있는. 나는 그레고르라고 한다.
We're in this together.
잘
Manager,
부탁한다고.
but okay. We are introduced to Gregor. We're in this together. Manager, Gregor. The sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion of a sudden change of environment may cause parts. Wait, Jayshu! Welcome in, Jayshu. And thank you for the Sherma song. Do check out Jayshu's streams. Last seen playing Dead by Daylight. Good morning from the Philippines. It's now 4:14 a.m. If you do not wish to hear a rude manager,
that's so cute.
okay?
그래. 양반이 뭐야
Rodion.
이제부터 우리한테
They're just your bud
엄청난
or
돈을
pal.
가져다
You're
줄
talking to the person
사람한테.
who'll make us filthy rich. Rodion.
그래?
Correct? What was that about?
양반보다는
Let's see.
단테.
What's better to call
이름으로
you?
부를게.
Dante? Hope
당신도
you don't
나를
mind us being
로즈라고
on
불러.
first name basis. You can call me Rodia too. Rodia. Rodion. Pakon. Rodion. The unfortunate traits of being backstreet born are apparent in the sinner. She loves money, gambling, betting, so it's advised to pay close attention to her as the manager. She tends to deflect orders with an impressive wink or a silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her supervisor. Her mood may be down at irregular intervals. There's nothing you can do to aid in that state. Okay.
난
Rodion.
당신이 우리의
Number 9. Sinner number 9.
관리자가 분명 원래는 둥지에 굉장한 사람이었겠지.
Big shot back
그때
in the
버릇을
nest.
조금만 내비쳐도 우리한테 돈이 주르륵 들어올
Jane,
생각을
good morning. Last seen playing Monster Hunter Rise. Grabe no, bumabalik sila sa yung older titles, sila Jane after finishing. I think sila Jane will be waiting for yung next expansion ng Monster Hunter Wilds. What was the title of the next expansion again? Arian, good morning Jane. Tutulog ka pa ba Jane? Parang ako no? Sinabihin din ako na natutulog ka pa ba ako Rex? I did actually.
아차, 내 정신 좀 봐. 예,
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Sinclair, sinner number 11.
아우 시시해.
Boring, that's it.
싱클레어라고.
Sinclair yun. Vogel Sinclair. Even with the volatile nature of human growth around this age taken into consideration, the sinner seems to get particularly startled or frown when spoken to. Meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together. Okay.
더 해야 할 말이 있나요?
Sinclair.
뭐 앞으로 남은 날은 그럼 거기 그 짜친구
이상이라.
Yisang. I am Yisang, formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing. The sinner possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that every day conversation with the sinner will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Okay, Yisang. That's it. No smoking
이상해요.
mirrors. I waited for him to see if he was being witty or something, but he just vacantly out the window, disinterested. Ishmael.
답답하네요. 사회생활의 첫걸음은 인사잖아요. 저를
Ishmael.
이스마일이라.
Sword and mace and shield. However, you mustn't forget the sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a partner. Okay?
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이
You
돌아왔다고
glued our
들었어요.
bodies back together from
앞으로도
pieces.
잘
I look
부탁해요.
forward to working with you.
미안하게 됐네.
Okay, so basically we
나는
didn't rewind
사회생활하고는
time.
거리가
Or
좀
maybe
멀어서.
you have that ability to like put them back on the prior state that they were in, but you didn't like rewind time on a actual sense, just the state that they were in. At least if we are going with Virgilius's statement earlier.
히스클리프,
Heathcliff.
멋대로 부수고 깨부수는 일은 전문으로 하고 다녔지.
Okay, Heathcliff. Revenge. Heathcliff. The sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate its course. Okay.
누가 시켜서가
Not
아니라
under anyone's orders,
거슬리는
mind you. I
것들에게
only
하고
did
다니긴 했지만
hit two buggers that got on my nerves.
당신도 조심하라고. 나는 윗사람이라고 거들먹거리는
Fucking geefers who think they can boss me around. I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가? 난
Don
돈키호테일세.
Quixote. Don Quixote. Bueno impossible. An avid aficionado of all things fixer, she adorns herself with a variety of fixer-related merchandise. They won't affect her performance in combat. I wish they have like text like similar to this. Earlier, yung text with the prior sinner is in purple. Like I can't even properly read it. Okay, so Don
그대와
Quixote.
함께 꿈을 향해 달려갈 해결사지.
A fixer, that definitely feels like a term I used to know.
해결사 말인가? 내가 대답해 줄 수 있네. 도시를 수호하는 자들이지. 아, 도시에 대해서도 제대로 기억하지 못하겠군.
나는
I
가벼운
believe I said
인사를
this was
나누라고
for
했던
brief
건가?
introduction.
두 번 말하게 하지 않았으면 좋겠다.
홍루라고 한답니다.
My name's Honglu.
잘해보자고요. 우리
We can get along well. Honglu. Honglu. Sinner who had lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for a free life. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries. So, Honglu.
우와 당신 그 머리 근사한데요? 요새 유행하는 모델인가 보죠?
No, this isn't that kind of...
제 취향은 아니지만
저건 무슨
The hell's
말씀이야?
wrong with your attitude?
요슈.
Yoshu. Japanese? Or no, Chinese, I guess. As I say, every person has their own creed, and it's only right to respect an executive manager. This sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It is advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you.
요르슈크.
Shure, nice to meet you. At what point was I supposed to learn?
메르소, 그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Mersol. Please refer to me as such. Mersol. Once clear conscience commands requiring no judgment on his part. Why is it so short though? Mersol. Oh, hello. We are somebody's on YouTube right now. Hello, I am Honglu, the sixth sinner. Welcome in, Honglu. Thank you for checking out the stream. I'm doing a multi-stream. I'm on Twitch and on YouTube. So it's good that I am seeing the chat on YouTube as well. You're polite.
특별한 것이 아닙니다.
This isn't anything
그저
special.
보통의 태도입니다.
Oh, YouTube. Yes, I'm also on YouTube. Hello, YouTube, said Uni. Unfortunately, I am not sharing the chat though. But again, you guys can check me out on YouTube at youtube.com/@kurix_tuper or on Twitch twitch.tv/correct_keeper. I'm almost touched, thanks. Yes. It felt as though something was greatly amiss with him, but I couldn't quite tell what. Well, his description is oddly short. Out says sinner number 12. Are we being introduced to like all how many sinners? 13 so far, I think.
저는
I felt almost compelled to bow to her. Please, I would never
관리자님이
make my
먼저
manager
자세를
stoop before
굽히려다니
me.
본인은
Out says
오티스라고 합니다. 이전
Out says the sinner could serve an excellent advisor depending on your capability. However, she also has meddlesome tendencies, so it is recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies in agreement. Notice, unlike the other sinners, accessing records pertaining to the past of the sinner is not permitted. Warning, keep an eye on this sinner and beware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing our company's mission.
역시 처음부터 저희 인간의 대부분은 서로가 맞붙어 소음과 그중 소수는 맞붙는 것으로 서로에게 이득. 검을 날카롭게 벼르기 위해선 그만큼 강한 숫돌이 필요한 것처럼 누구보다 관리자님을 위해 헌신하겠습니다.
That's reassuring, thanks. I gave her an approving nod, even though I didn't get what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는
I'm
불쌍하게
amazed at your
나뒹군다고
ability to
말하더니
bootlick with such
잘도
passion
그런
so
말을
soon
상대
after
밖으로 꺼낼 수
calling them a
있네요.
miserable thing. Ah, she was the one who called us a miserable thing earlier.
제가 마지막이네요. 파우스트입니다.
Faust. The sinner who developed an engine, the engine of Mephistopheles, the bus operated by the Limbus Company. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom. And she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing. But as seen with how she treats everyone with subtle gesture of arrogance, there's no hope of her parting with it ever. We recommend simply nodding once. Okay.
당신의 인생 중 한 번
Who is
만날까
providing
말까
us with that
천재죠.
intel though? Number 2. Who is number 1?
납득하지 못한 듯한
sinner number
반응이군요, 단테. 괜찮습니다. 경험을 통해 파우스트가 진귀한 천재였다는 사실만 관측자가 깨닫지 못한다 하여 사실이 진실이 되는 일은 없으니까요.
Okay.
소개는 여기까지. 단테,
Dante, let me
당신의
explain your
직무를
job
알려드리지.
scope. I like Faust. And she's like the, what do you call that? Stoic character.
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고 있어요.
She's your like a Makima character. Mysterious. Aloof. Come to think of it, the man with red eyes couldn't hear me, unlike the sinners.
맞습니다. 관리자 단테. 당신은 지금 소개받은 이
12
열둘의
sinners.
수감자와 함께 지옥을 기행하게 될 것입니다.
Ah, so the sinners can hear you except for Virgilius.
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는 이유를 묻네요.
Because treasure awaits at the end of the road. Would that suffice? They can't seem to
아예
understand you at all.
이 해를
I
요구한
did
건
not ask for your
아닙니다,
understanding,
단테.
Dante. Nor was this a question of your concern.
기억과 머리를
You'll have to listen
되찾고
to me if you
싶다면
want to reclaim your
제
memories and
말을
original
들어야
head.
할 겁니다.
Hopefully later we will be able to see what his original head is, no?
미적거리네요.
Miss
파우스트
Faust,
씨,
what will we do if Dante keeps on
단테가
refusing to
계속해서
cooperate? This was not a scenario we
거부하면
무슨
anticipated.
말씀을? 파우스트는 단테 모든 임무를 마치고 나면 당신은 성위를 새길 수 있을 거예요.
Engrave the aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
Aspect, a word that pierces through my mind. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instinct responds strongly to it. And led by those instincts, I make my
보이죠?
choice.
고개를 끄덕.
좋아.
Good, then you can
계속하는데
continue.
카론,
Caron?
아까부터 왜
버스 기사는
And the boxer lady.
졸음쉼터에서만
Boxer
졸아.
lady? I don't know if she's already here.
이상한 놈들이 서성이고 있어.
카론 말했잖아. 버스에 무슨 일이 생기면 곧바로 와.
Mephistopheles.
메피스토 팰레스.
에피스토필리스.
이 버스의 이름이자 버스를 구동하는 엔진의 이름. 그리고
지옥을 순항하기에는 걸맞는 나 그렇게 생각하지 않습니까?
I wasn't sure that he was getting at, so I turned away and looked through the window instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니 뒷골목에 기거하는 익숙한 쥐새. 마침 잘 됐습니다, 단테.
단테, 처음 전투에서는 제대로 설명할 시간이. 하지만 그런 식으로만 전투가 이루어지면 당신은 우리를 살리기 위해 의미 없는.
Okay. Pain to revive you? You mean what happened earlier was? Yes. We were brought
당신이
back to life because you
시계를
turned back the clock.
우리는
Yeah.
살아나는 거랍니다.
당장 필요한 설명은 자잘한 담소는 나중에.
I think you met
너희들
them all.
전원
전투에 대한 설명을
12, no,
이어가죠.
all 12 of them. Okay. The art style is very Korean, very manhwa. You could send every sinner into battle at once. Yes, but commanding so many personnel at once will not be an easy task. Therefore, I will inform you of the appropriate number of participants depending on the particularities of each battle. For this occasion, 5 sinners will make an appropriate force. Select 5 sinners you would like to deploy for this battle. Select the lower half. Lower half. Which one? First, select sinner Yi-sang. Number 1.
앞장서시오.
Well done. Select the rest of the sinners who would like to deploy for this encounter. Oh, we can deploy her. Si number 2, si Faust. LCB. I wish they provide the name here. No, that's level.
네, 문제 없어요.
내가 필요해?
최선을 다해볼게.
Select a battle to begin the encounter with the current deployed sinners.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
Bali. Okay, wave 1. These 7-sided icons floating above both allies and enemies' heads are called skill slots. Skill slots. This one. Okay. Because you haven't issued a command by chaining skills yet, the allied skill slots are currently empty. Grab the chain from the left gear and chain it to one of these 2 leftmost skills on the dashboard. Okay. Grab the chains from the left gear and chain it to one of those 2 leftmost skills on the dashboard. I know we can 4 and 2. What does that supposed to mean? Sorry. As you can see, the skill you just chained has been equipped to the skill slot. Okay. Skill slots. Equipped skills are displayed on the skill slots floating above each sinner's head. Yeah. Each sinner will engage the battle using skills equipped in their skill slots. Okay. Drag from left to right the dashboard to equip every sinner. Sure. So... Okay. Almost the same, no? Hindi, no. This... Oh, you're being raided. Hey, Crossen, thank you for the raid. Thank you for bringing your audience here or your community here with you. Let me give you a special shout out. I'm again playing Limbus Company for the very first time. I'm understanding everything. We're still at the tutorial phase. We just this is our first mission, I guess. Well, maybe. Let me give Crossen a special shout out. Good morning. It's currently 4:31 AM here in the Philippines. Hey ho, how are you liking the game? I have high expectation of this game, but I'm keeping it realistic. So I am with the approach of like impress me game. So far so good. Art style, it's okay. It's relatively no. It's too early to give this a verdict. Well done. Now select the gear icon to issue the commands.
행동을 개시합니다.
Dang, chaotic. Okay. Now please issue a command. Okay. Almost the same commands, no? I think because they don't have enough skills yet. So I only have like one skill, so choosing is useless.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
A clash occurs when the sinners and their target both use attack skills against each other. Okay, so there's also skills that have defensive or maybe support skills, no? Okay. Correct's playing Limbus Company. Nice, yes. I have been hearing so much stuff about this. And I finally decided to jump right into it. Yeah, I guess you need to play more to comment on it. But I know na, of course, taste and preference is pretty subjective. Other people will not like yung art style of the game, but I'm okay with it. I'm not the biggest like graphics fan. I actually play a lot of pixel graphics types of games. And this really reminds me of the manhwas, the webtoons that I have been reading on my free time. And it is also a Korean-made game, so it feels like I'm just reading a very good webtoon with turn-based combat. Okay, so how do we... In a clash, their power is determined primarily by the skill they are using to clash. Is it like randomly generated? Again, in this clash between two skills, the skills with the higher power wins. Okay. Enemies' coins. It will lose a coin. Oh, okay, so there's a coin system as well. Even if a skill loses a clash, as long as it has a remaining skill coins, the two skills will continue to flip their coins and clash until one of them loses all coins. So even though you still have like higher attack points, if it flips and then you lose the coin flip, it might overpower you. Let's see. The skills that lose all of its coins in this clash will conclusively lose the clash. But I don't think na you will lose since you have like the higher attack power. Good. And that's why I'm taking things slow, because I want to... I know that this has a very... Well, not very, but a complicated turn-based mechanic. So it's better to understand it during the tutorial. So later I can like mix and match. I don't want to watch an in-depth breakdown of how the combat mechanics is, but hey, if ever na I get confused, I might really just do that. But hopefully everything will be presented to us in the tutorial. Again, welcome Prosen, Hirasen. Yes, this is my first time playing Limbus Company. Please issue a command. 5 and then 1. 4 and 2. Yeah, you just have one skill though, so you don't have any choice.
간다.
This number is the skill's coin power. Okay. Wait, so the attack is different and the coin has its own power as well? What the? Here you can see how many coins the skills have. The number of coins determines two things. How many times the skill can lose a clash before losing all of the coin. How many times the skill hits when it attacks. Each coin that flip hits will add the coin power to that skill to the base power. Okay, so it's basic math, like 9 plus 7 And then 2 plus 2. Okay. Final power calculation. Sheesh, mathematics. The formula for skill's final power is as follows. Base power plus number of coin flips, which is like, okay, times coins power, which is yung plus 4. Coins that flip heads will glow, while the coins that flip tails will appear dimmed. Okay. So there's an RNG element to the game as well, like, not because it has like a high power, but then if the coin flip, you lose. I mean, example, if the coin has like 2 coin flips, will it flip those 2 coins at the same time, or will it only flip the first coin? As a pretty fresh player, if you can call 3 to 4 months fresh, I recommend it. Yes. Enjoy the game, Kurixie Maridential na. Thank you again, Frozen. Confirm. The resultant skill power is displayed here. Wait, where is it? Ishmael's loggerhead skill has a higher skill power, so the enemy skill loses a coin. Okay. Think. As seen in this example, they will continue to clash until one of them has no more coins left to flip. The unit will remain. The unit with remaining coins ultimately wins at the clash.
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
I think the basic gist of it is you just have to overpower them with higher coin flips, well, with higher base attack. I think the coin flip will only matter, well, it will matter if both use attack at the same time. If you have a higher attack value than the enemies, but I think it will matter if you are using a defensive and then the enemy is using an offensive one. I don't know. We don't have any defensive and supportive skills yet.
적들을 제거하겠소.
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Fatal. Okay.
아까보다는 쓸만해 보이는
You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away, save for one. Though, shouldn't we go after them?
놓친 적을
They're worried over
걱정하네요.
the foes we lost.
걱정할 건
No need for
없습니다.
concern. That direction we were
마침
heading
가야 할
anyway.
길이었-
발판을 꽂고
Charon
신나는 기분으로 달릴게.
basically is the ferryman of the underworld. And they portray Charon as this female, white-haired chick. Pedal to the metal, up for an exciting ride. Okay. The sinners you have deployed in the last encounter will automatically be selected for the next, saving you the trouble of selecting them again. Feel free to change them before entering the battle. However, select to battle. Okay, to battle.
목적지는 호기만소.
Same characters. Wave 1. Turn. This time, let us learn about SP, sanity points. Okay. I thought it was like something. SP has a maximum value of 45 and a maximum value of minimum value of negative 45. Please note that sinners' SP values can also be viewed here next to these orbs adjacent to the portraits. Okay. Why do they have like negative sanity points now? Now please issue a command. He has negative.
적들을 제거하겠소.
Up. Each unit SP value change based on certain triggers. They tend to heal SP with favorable triggers, meaning clashes or killing enemies, and lose SP with unfavorable triggers. But then again, why does he have like negative then? The higher the unit's SP value, the higher chance to flip heads when flipping skill points. Okay. Okay. The allied units all won their respective clashes in the previous turn, which healed their SP. This puts in favorable position. Please issue your next kunal. Yeah, look. 2, 5, 10, 15, and 20.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Please direct your attention to the unit's health points bar. This thin line is called the stagger threshold. Where is it? Okay. So this is their HP, no? Under their character. That's interesting. Stagger threshold. When units HP drop below the stagger threshold line, they become staggered.
이 정도야?
Turn 3. 25. We have high sanity points now. Staggered units cannot take any action and take double damage, which puts them at a significant disadvantage in battle. Okay, you know. Stagger. Ay, sorry.
행동을 개시합니다.
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
You have put the remaining enemies in panic states by defeating their allies in the previous turn, which dropped their SP. How do we see yung SP nila? Negative 45. Okay. Okay, so their SP value is located at the right side. Okay. When an enemy's SP drop below a certain threshold, they may enter a low morale or panic state, which inflicts them with negative effects, which also applies to our character. Of course, this is still the tutorial. It would be pretty interesting if we face an enemy that is like will apply that same value to us, which I think will happen soon. Okay. Panic, overwhelm. You're dead.
좋은 전략이네요. 적을 난파시키고.
고개 거울은 깨졌어.
Fatality. Victory.
잠시만요.
Give me a second.
뭐죠?
저는 정체되지 않고 나아갈 수 있다는 말에 여기에 합류한 거예요. 그런데 지금은 쥐새끼도 아니고 계속
의미가 없진 않소. 저들은 우리를 공격하는 악이지 않소.
Don Quixote is so passionate.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히 좀 해봐요. 아무튼 이런 용역폭력단 같은 행동만 명령할 거라면 다른 일을 하는 것도 고민해봐야 할 것 같아요.
What do you want, Ishmael?
입사 계약서를 제대로 안 읽으셨나요? 회사는 허용될 수
It's not
없답니다.
permitted.
계약하면서 말한 이야기가 거짓말이라도 그 계약이 효력이 있을 거.
당연히 효력이
Of course
있죠.
it does.
애초에 거짓말은 없었으니까. 설마 제가
You didn't think Mephistopheles was built to be a mere
그저
means of
운송만 하는
transportation,
것으로
did you?
만들어진
피는 항상 배고프다.
Maybe he's always hungry.
그래서
It keeps
울어.
crying. The bus gets hungry?
엔진이 연료를
When the engine
섭취할 때
ingests
생기는
fuel, it
부산.
yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸
Using
통해
that, you can
강해질
grow
수
more
있어요.
powerful.
이상 씨는
I'm sure
잘 알고
Yi-sang knows
계시겠죠.
this well. When all
거울
possibilities are
속에서
drawn from the mirror,
모든 간
성장 또한
there's no
제약이
limit to
없어.
one's growth.
거울 속에 나는
Is
나인가
the self
아니면 또
in the
다른
mirror my
누구인가?
reflection, or another being entirely? Yi-sang. Possibilities? What exactly are you throwing out? Are they going to give us like yung leveling up features of the game? It's a bit weird na it freezes. One of the Mephistopheles various function is extraction. You can collect various identities and ego from here. Select the extract button. Extract. Oh, the gacha mechanic. Okay, extract 130. Okay. that?
누구보다 신속하게
With
그들에게
the
침묵을
impeccable swiftness, I
알려드리죠.
will render them silent. Ishmael. She Association South, Section 5. Okay. New. What is this? Return. You have acquired a new identity. Collecting new identities and ego will contribute to improving your combat performance. Now let us return to battles. Not to battle. Battles can be accessed via the drive window. Drive. Inferno. Okay. Selva Obscura. Okay. Oh, look. Possibilities. What's this? Enter. Select the top part of the scenario cards to swap them out of for a different identity. Okay. Select the scenario Ishmael, if you will. Edit team. From this menu, you may select one of the identities you have extracted to deploy them into battle. Please select the newly acquired identity for Ishmael. Oh, you know, level 1, She Association. Okay, so level 1, Sinner. Good work. Selecting identities appropriate for the particularities of each battle is the path to victory. Now, select to battle.
목적지는 호기만소.
Okay.
그렇군요. 이런 걸 의미했던
너무 마음이 급할 필요는 없어요, 이스마엘.
Ismael.
버스가 향하면 자연히
자연히 시정잡배 같은 일보다 중요한 걸 맡긴 목표에 도달하는 게 마음을 재촉하고 있.
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의 모든 가능성 중 하나를 끄집어내는 거니까 곧 익숙해질 거예요.
Okay.
뭐야? 그거 좀 위험해 보이는. 이러다가 내가 아니게 되는 거 아니야?
여러분은
Don't
테세우스의
mistake
배가
yourselves
아니에요.
for Ship of Theseus.
인격과 기억을
While it
빌리기는
is true that
하겠지만
your borrowed
일부러
identities and their
설계되어 있지는 않아요.
memories, the system is designed to ensure that you retain control over your own existence. Okay, so basically you are equipping other identities, no? But they are still them. So again, they are talking about like Ship of Theseus. And if you don't know what a Ship of Theseus is basically if you keep replacing a boat and removing the parts that you remove and then forming them on another area until it forms a new it forms the old version of the ship. Is that new ship form a different ship, or is that still you? Or rather, is everything that is replaced on you and removed from you, are you still the same person, or are you still the same ship?
거울에 비추는 나는 사뭇 다를 수 있으나
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는 단테 씨에게 달렸어요.
I would say for the ship, you are still you, especially if you have retained your memories. But then again, we are talking about ships, inanimate objects. But then if you keep on like replacing the parts with new parts, removing the old parts and forming that into a new ship, the new ship that was formed from your old parts, even though it kind of looks like you, is probably not as strong as your current version, because the current version has your very essence on it, or has the, and there is a reason why the old ship was replaced. It's because it probably is not that sturdy enough. It's no longer able to hold the occupants of that ship. So even though that ship still looks the same, it will probably not have the same quality, and there is a reason that you replace it with everything else. So it's, I don't know, maybe people have already argued about it. That is more of like a philosophical question, maybe a rhetorical question even, but who knows, maybe people can argue better than what my base argument, which side I'm taking there. Other people can argue that the new ship is not the same ship as before. I don't know.
거울 세계의 다양한 가능성을.
메타몰프시스를 말하는 건가?
네. 일종의 탈퇴이자.
어머? 그런 어려운 단어는 어디서?
주워들었다. 이 사람 저 사람 많이 만나봐야 하는 일을 했었고.
변신이라.
담소는 일단 길부터 뚫자고. 어차피 지겨울 정도로 붙어.
Okay. Okay. Wave 1. Okay, select a unit to view their detailed information window.
뭐야? 내가 보고 싶었던
This is where
거야?
you will view each character's basic stat. Okay. This is where you view your unit's list of skills, upgrades, and progression. You may also select an enemy to view their detailed information. Resistance value. Attack type and affinities. Each skill's damage is classified by 2 categories: attack and 3 attack types and 7 sin affinities. The target's resistance to these categories can either increase or reduce the damage dealt. A higher resistance value on a unit's means they will take more damage from that damage type. Check your enemy's weakness and select the skill you can exploit them to deal more damage. Okay, so first off we have why does violet overpowers the blue? No, basically skill effect head inflicts +1 sinking count. And the enemy will be using a weak blow. Doesn't have any effects. But if we check yung character na to,
원하는 것은 찾으셨소?
purple, heads hit inflict sinking count. Can we see yung description of sinking count? What is a sinking count? What is a sinking count? How do I read what is a sinking count? Fine. LCB Sinner Limbus Company. Ayun. Limbus Company LCB. Sanity. Skill. Ayun. Sinking. Sinking. When hit by an attack, take fixed SP damage by the effect of potency. Non-SP units take gloom damage instead. Then reduce the count by 1. Okay. Skills. Inflict 1 sinking count. Ego. Awakening. Grows eye view. Sanity. Panic effects does not act for this turn. Base factor increase sanity. Increase after winning a clash based on the clash count. Okay. Basically we will also see if yung effective yung attack with the direction of the arrow. Negative 34? Wait a minute. What does that supposed to mean? 9 plus 2. So 6 plus 2, 8. 9 plus 2, 11. Why is it like negative 34%? What does that supposed to mean? Plus 50%. Keyword, skill effects. Sinking count. Nani? Or should I start with this one? Sinking count. It's weird though kasi 9 and 6 and then this one is 11 and 3. Pero it has like a negative 34%. What is that supposed to mean? Like yung chances of inflicting yung
원하는 것은 찾으셨소?
Why negative 34%, no? What is that supposed to mean? Let's check yung enemy's description. Fatal resistances / resistance, or maybe because he has a / resistance and yung other ability is slash. Ito daw yung / resistance normal.
원하는 것은 찾으셨소?
Deflect. Skill. I wonder. Yun. Ito yung slash attack. And then parang spear. This is a spear one. NV resistance. Fatal resistance. Okay, wait. Normal naman lahat. Resistances niya is fatal slash resistance. Normal din lang yung pierce. Pero I still don't get tong it's negative 34%. Weird though, weird. Deflect. End of stop stab. End stop stab. Weak blow. Kasi it will deflect yung weak blow. Okay. Downward swing. Splatter. Paint. 2 and 9. Pero 100% to. 7 plus 2, 9. 4 plus 3, 7. 4 plus 4, 8. Pero to 100%. Almost the same.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
In most cases, the unit with the leftmost skill on the dashboard will be the first to act among allies. The skill caller emotions have a rock, paper, scissors relationship. I never really looked deeper into that aspect of the game. Kasi I think for now, it is relatively easy. You just need to overpower the enemy. But there's like a certain percentage. That is what I was asking. Like, the enemy doesn't have like a resistances to piercing. But why did it have like a negative 34%? And then I saw the skill, it has deflect. Maybe, I don't know. Starting from the allied unit highest on the deployment order, an ally gains 1 additional slot with every passing turn. Oh really? You know, it has a shield though. Highest on the deployment order. Additional slot. Okay. So, see, if you notice, like there's like negative 34 now. But if you compare that, base attack is 11, and then 3 coin flips. It has 2 coin flips. 4 plus 3, 7. The enemy has 2. But what is that negative 34% now? I know I'm overpowering him. How about this one? But this one has like plus 50%. What does that supposed to mean? But it has like lower base attack and pero it has only 1 coin flip. It has 1 coin flip but plus 50%. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. This one doesn't have the negative 30% anymore, but this one has negative 34%. What does that supposed to mean? I never really looked into it. Deflect. You know what? Let's try that one. Deflect. 100%, 2 plus 3. 3 plus 2. 200% oh. Halberd combo. Downward swing. Rupture. Clash win. 10% damage. Skill effect. If we win, which I think we will win, we will get 10% damage. Poise. On hit, gain potency based chance to deal critical damage, reducing the count by 1. At the end of the turn, reduce the count by 1. gain 1 poise on the next turn. If the target previously took damage, this turn deal 10% damage. You know what I think? Favored. There's like favored, there's dominating. You know, it is favorable if you use this. You will get poised. Pero if you want to dominate the enemy, you will go with this one, which is more of that, like the damage. Okay. So favored, neutral. Okay, so you will get also an idea on favored, neutral. If you look at the center, top center of the screen, neutral, favored, and then once you see the favored, yung 50%, negative 50% on the enemy, and then you have plus 66%. Okay. Favored, both favored. Start.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게. 완전한 침묵.
Wait. Use one of these buttons to let the sinners choose what skills they want to use. Okay, so let's win rate. I think we only have damage. Clash outcome forecast. The clash outcome forecast appears at the top of the screen and besides each of the character's skill. Please note that the forecast is not always perfect, but it is serviceable when quick decisions are necessary. Where's that? Dominating, unopposed. Okay. It's win rate, damage. And where's the yung dominating? So dominating, unopposed. But if yung win rate, they're almost the same. Damage. Unopposed, dominating. Okay? Start.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지. 해냈어요. 제가 해낸 거 해냈어요. 기다려. 아름답진 않네.
Dang. Okay.
길이 열렸어.
Roads clear,
하지만
but
베르,
Berg.
메피가 달리기만
Nephi
했어도
could have
길은
could
뚫렸을
have
거야.
just run them over and pushed through just fine. Practice, basically. Yo, Lane God, ranked up to G rank.
진정하시죠, 단테.
By the way, guys, if you notice that you are ranking up, that's basically me gamifying the chat, whether you be on YouTube or on Twitch. You will get rank points passively by just hanging out on the stream.
걸음마도 떼지 못한 아이에게
For I think
달리기를
around
시킬
20
순
minutes
없지
if you
않겠습니까?
lurk or maybe interact with us in chat for 40 minutes. You don't need to spam us with anything. Just by being here, lurking and supporting the stream, you will receive like a number of rank points. Of course, not transferable to cash. We're not a nepo baby here. It's just me gamifying the chat.
걸어볼 기회가
Let's take
있다면
every opportunity there
직접 걷고
just to
나서
walk on your own feet
달리셔야죠.
before you made the
그리고 단테 당신은 관리자, 나는 길잡이. 알겠습니까? 토달지 말라고. 째깍거리긴 하는데
별말 없었습니다.
긍정을 성대하기도 하는
그럼 메피, 출발.
결혼 기분이요.
매우 신나.
좋아.
베르길리우스, 그가
Vergilius.
목적지를 묻습니다.
말
But I have to give it to the game, and they have like voice performance for most of the cast. Well, the main character also has like a clap voice. Oh, we got seen.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
지옥으로 출발하지.
It's not really like a bus. It kind of looks like a train actually. Oh, the intro for Limbus Company. Well, it is a bus. That looks like a... Are these the enemies? So basically our characters will keep on dying over and over again. And you as the manager will have to suffer in pain to bring them all back. That's a pretty interesting premise, no? And you have like various sectors here in hell. Limbus Company, face the sin, save the ego. Okay. Coin phases also affect activation of certain skill effects. Hello, manager. Rewards acquired. So what time do they like start? And for new accounts created after 9/26. Hello, manager. Okay. Let's see how we can continue playing through the story. Okay. Inferno. Okay, we're outcast. Brum brum. Select this button to continue playing through the story.
베르, 앞에 장애물이 있어.
Permission to vroom vroom. My lack of head and memory certainly didn't help either.
그래. 계속 지나가자고.
덜컹덜컹. 비싼 세정제야. 베르가 큰맘 먹었다고 그랬어.
Okay. It felt rather awkward to try to get another shot eye again now that I was wide awake. Just then, a man with conspicuously overgrown stubble drew my attention. But, glasses. Know where we are going right now. A feature far more conspicuous than his stubble made me see.
방금 벌레 양반이라고 부르려고 했지?
Bug guy, didn't you? You almost called me bug guy, didn't you?
다시 한번
Once again,
말하자면
my name is Gregor.
내
Bakit bug
이름은
guy?
그레고르요. 당신이 시계 대가리가 아니라 단테라고 불리듯이
And not clock face. I couldn't find any excuses, so I gave back a light.
어이, 기사 양반, 우리 지금 어디로 가?
다시 한번
Once again,
말하자면 내
my name
이름은
is Cam.
카론이요. 당신이 벌레 양반이 아니라 그레고르라고 불리듯이.
She got you there, Gregor. She really did.
베르가 말했어. 수감자들은 사구로 간다.
District 4.
사구! 방금 사구라고 말했는가? 그곳은 연두낭자의 출신지로 유명하지. 영웅의 발자취는 그때부터 시작되었다네.
Don't you always really energetic, no?
아까부터 시끄럽게 쫑알쫑알.
Hot-headed guy, Heathcliff.
입 다물고 조용히 좀 가지.
67.
나는 아까까지 입을 다물고 있었네만.
말 대답하지 말라고.
이봐요.
Hey, do you even
본인이 더
realize you're
시끄럽다는
the
건
louder
알아요?
one here?
죽어도 살아난다고 해서
Last
아프지
pain
않은
is
건
pain,
아니야.
whether the
한
kill or
번만 더
not.
주둥이 놀려봐.
옳은 말을 했는데도 돌아오는 게 폭력이라니. 수준 알만하네.
For a moment, I found myself contemplating. Should I step in? Is this the part where I exercise my authority as the manager with dignity and grace? A faint memory urges me to do something. Oh! What the heck?
모분초도.
Tranches. What the heck? She slit their necks.
모가지를 분질러야 조용해지지. 도화지 같은 새끼들.
What the heck? They're like murderous individuals. Like she slit the neck of the noisy characters or the noisy sinners, and then her head got.
이유 없는 폭력은
Pierced.
용서받을 수 없다네. 그대는 내가 응징하지.
아, 이럴 줄 알았어. 옷에 피가 튀었잖아.
are dead already, and all because of the infighting.
이거 잠깐 한눈이라도 팔려고 하면 사고 너희 넷
You for
이번 달
cleaning
버스
duties for the next one.
청소다.
어째서? 본인은 정의를 구현했을 뿐인 거.
잠깐, 내 옷
Hang on.
빨래도 포함시켜줘.
Tell them to do my laundry.
피는 와인이랑은 다르게
Bloodstains
잘 안
don't wash
빠진단
up easily
말이야.
as wine. No one bats an eye as the lifeless janitors to be littering the floor, taking their unlimited revivals for granted. Problem is, I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back.
단테,
Dante, I'd like you to
시계를
turn.
돌려주시겠습니까?
How do you do that now? Turn the clock?
아, 그런 모양새면 어리둥절한 표정이 파우스트
Virgilius gives Faust a tired nod and gestures to me. He let out a small sigh, but I still came to my seat, probably out of sense of
처음
obligation.
만났던 날에도 당신이 했던 일을 말하는 거예요, 단테.
Instinctive reaction.
다시 해보죠.
I think they're going to stab us.
사실 문은 어디에나 있어요.
In fact, the door is everywhere.
그러나 당신에게만 보이죠. 왜냐하면
At that, I felt a sliver of light easing into my sight. I let it come to me the same way I'd open my eyes. And then an expanse of space laid itself out ahead. Oh, it's just like the door to truth sa Full Metal Alchemist. With a massive door that stood before me. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Waves of suffocating heat and cries of agony escaped through the gap. My mind almost blacks out and at the sound of an incessant lamentations and wailing. I ran my hand along the inside of the door. Thousands upon thousands of cacophonous wailing lies within. I can feel the histories of different sins, each bearing brand of its own, crawling along my hand and up my arm.
고통을 나눌 준비가.
Could that have been a question or rather pressure to comply? A terrible pain spreads through my neck and hand. The sensation of bones and muscle twisting and entangling with each other goes on for what feels like an eternity. My untrained legs buckle under the unbearable pain and I drop to my knees onto the pool of blood. And then I see it. The vibrating surface of the red viscous liquid bubbling and splattering as the pain grows even worse. Soon the blood soaking the ground coagulated and fused into three separate masses. Then the pain that seemed to go on forever disappeared just like that. As the lumps of blood rose into the air and flew off, the terrible red haze cleared from my vision and I was once again returned to the rumbling bus.
목이 베어졌다가
What's it
붙어버린
like
신경은
coming back
어떻지?
from a decapitation?
두근거리던가?
Did your heart race? Ryoshu. As soon as Heathcliff comes to, he rubs his neck, hisses out a few curses and stumps forward. Ryoshu. Hold on, I just brought you back and you're going to straight into another fight? Heathcliff whips around to glare at me, eyes blinded with fury.
어차피 살리는 게 대기 할 일 아닌가? 할 거 있으면 그 가짜는 시계대가리째로 부수기 전에 저리 짜져 있어.
잠깐만요. 단테 씨가 괴로워하시는 것 같은데 이쯤에서 저
What the fucking heck?
시계대가리, 다음번엔 널 으깰 거야.
정말
한 번 죽어서는 만족을 못하나?
Heathcliff tightens his grip on the butt while Ishmael ladies to swing her mace. How did I end up managing a bunch of people who stay at the same Rex even after literally coming back from the dead? Jeshu, thank you for joining Crossens Raid. And again, good morning. It's now a Wednesday, early morning here in the Philippines. It's now 5:17 a.m.
이거 아무래도 제대로 교정해도
The sinners who'd been seconds away from jumping at each other's throat came to an immediate standstill. As a pair of red eyes rake over them with a freezing merciless
첫
glare.
번째 규칙.
Rule number 1.
버스
Do
안에서는
not let me hear weapons
목이
clashing
부딪히는
inside the
소리가
bus.
이 순간 이후로
Any of you break
이
this rule from
규칙이
this moment
깨어지면
on,
너희는
you
내게
will be begging
제발
for me to kill you before I'm
죽여달라고.
done.
난 충분히
I'm
그럴
sure
수
you're aware
있는
that I'm
사람이야.
capable of far more than
알지?
just that, yes? Sinclair's death throes were the only sound that broke in silence. Heathcliff glowered at Virgilius but didn't dare argue back.
단테,
Apologies,
미안하게
Dante. I need you to
됐습니다.
rewind the clock again. Again? I quickly shook my head. There was no way of putting myself through that again. It hurt so much that death seemed downright merciful. The ghost of a smile, Virgilius' face evaporates as his expression
내가
changed.
아직 사과와 부탁을 하고 있을 때 문을 여는 게 좋을 텐데. 아,
Oh,
단지
and if
아픔이
it's the
두려운
pain that
거라면,
you fear, if
그래서
that is why
고개를
you are
젓는
shaking your head, I
거라면
will gladly help
그
you.
정도의 고통에는 눈 하나 깜빡 안 하게 말이죠. 그럼 견딜 수 있지 않겠습니까?
Your pain tolerance, don't you think? Sheesh.
내가 잘못 들은 건가? 관리자님이 분명
This
당신 기어드는
interruption
박제가
is
잘
ill-timed.
입사할 때 나의 상관은 네가 아니라 관리자님이라고 분명히 관리자께서 고개를 저었다면 의미는 충분히 전달되었다고.
그래.
I see. So the
보좌관께서
aide has decided to step
나서시겠단
in. Is
말인가?
that it?
그렇다면 보좌관께도 총
Virgilius' eyes turned a deeper shade of red, sharpening that bone-cold stare. I don't really know what I'm meant to do as the manager or if I ever deserve to take this role. But I felt that I should at least stop things from spiraling into an even bigger mess. Bringing back one sinner should hurt less than reviving all 12 at once. Otis, I'll rewind the clock. It's okay. Virgilius caught me frantically gesturing for Otis to stand down, and the red gleam in his eyes faded.
잘
A wise
생각하셨군.
decision. Basically,
관리자께서
Virg
그러시겠다면.
cannot hear it. Well, at least Otis got our back. Otis looked like she had more to say, but quickly backed off and snapped into attention. The red door greeted me again, bringing the sickening sensation of my bones and muscles. I decided to stop describing the pain to myself going forward. It's not that sort of torture I could ever put a name on anyway. Sinclair stood up with a pained moan and bowed in appreciation before the tottering back to his seat. You know what? I think he should, or Virgilius should just torture the other guy. He sure appears to be like a prick. Rewards earned 40. Okay. I think this is yung currency. Next part, we have 60. I don't know how to... What's the window?
아침은 무사하오.
We have
감방
some...
동안 잊어버린 것
Yeah,
하나
we can
없이
claim all of
모든
this.
게
Claim
돌아온
all.
것이오.
1,900. Close. Okay, so what about this? Target extraction Gregor. I don't know if we should pull now or no. System notification. I wish there's like a read all, no? What is this? Season 7 Limbus Pass until Season 8 update. 2025-12-31. What is this? Buy Limbus Pass. Claim all. Ah, so they have a battle pass as well. Pass missions. Season 7 celebratory banner. Free. And this is yung parang battle pass ng game. And this is still basically a gacha at the end of the day. Lunacy. Wow, look at that pricing. Do you have something for free? No, of course not. Yung battle pass. Sinners. You can configure various teams in your Limbus Company sinners and their identities. In Sinners window, selecting Sinners Identity Portrait will show a list of their identities and ego. Okay. What I like in this game is that the last tab in this game is the last tab in the menu. Okay, I'll check that out later. Selecting the lower part of the portrait deploys the sinner, which means that the sinner will be taking part in the battle. Yeah. Deploy identity. You will not be able to edit your team in certain battles. Okay. Select the announcer button. I heard that you can also buy voice actors for this. Wait, I'll go grab something to drink. We're back with some candy. Select the magnifier icon at the bottom of each announcer to view their voice lines for each situation. There's a team, oh. I think there's like a synergy. 20 teams. Select the right panel to view the identities that gain the selected ego resources and ego that use them. I don't know the ego system yet. Copy the team code for that currently selected team's loadout. Interesting. Backup. You can deploy more sinners than the participant limit. However, in chain battles, you can deploy backup units in addition to the participating units. Okay. A backup unit with the earliest deployment order will replace them. Substitution or substitute. Its support passive will activate instead of the combat passive. When the backup unit is substituted in, its combat passive will activate instead of support passive. Deployed unit is defeated, its support passive will activate instead of the combat passive. Okay. Enemy count. Okay. Okay. Sinners. Edit team.
Shout out!
Oi,
Shout out!
we have Ben. Welcome in.
Shout out sa inyo. I love you, mama. Chup chup.
Lurk while work. Thank you. Theater. Identity archive. Main story. Extract. Actually, you have like a couple of we can pull for character egos. Do you advise that we should pull for now? Target extraction Gregor. Target extraction Gregor. Season 5. Oh, you can pull from past seasons, oh. That's interesting. What the heck? What is this, like gold ticket? We have one gold ticket. This is like a guaranteed pool. Extract 1. Resets each day at 5. Extract 10. 1, 3. How many guaranteed pool probabilities? Announcer all, quantity 1, rate, individual, ego all, identity 00. Maybe this is yung rarities, no? You can get all characters from gacha system. It's not banner lock, and that's good. Relatively fresh compared to other gacha that is like time limited, FOMO driven. Dispense. What is dispense? What is this? Blade Lineage Salsu. What's this? Season Guide. What is this? Yuri Samjo.
조금씩 나아가고 있네요.
방금의 일격은 매우 좋았습니다. 제가 만약 도시에서 야구 선수가 되어 홈런을 날렸더라면 이런 기분이지
What are
않았을까
the
싶군요.
announcers? Ego. Dimension Shredder. What is this? 40. What is this? 400. Do we have a currency for this? Basically, you can get character fragments from gacha system, battle pass, and events get characters you want. The only restriction is that you can't buy characters from the last season after a new character comes out. You need to wait a week till you can craft them. Hopefully that will be explained later, no? This yung dispense. What is this, no? What is this item? Not enough ego shards. I still don't get it yet. Maybe I should do more runs before I start experimenting on it. Drive. Let's go with the event. There is an event. 15 days, 13 hours. I don't think we can do this just yet because we just started the game. Prologue. We're done with the prologue, right? Ito na yung continuation of chapter 1. Let's go with 1 2. Clear rewards. Enter. Select to battle to begin the encounter with the current deployed sinners. How do we level up our characters now?
이오티스
Oh, we're still at the tutorial.
참전합니다.
저기 질문이 있네. 첫 번째 규칙은 이해했다네. 그럼 두 번째는 무엇?
참. 아니 그걸 왜 굳이 나서서 물어보는 거야?
두 번째 규칙.
Rule number 2.
버스 바닥에
No littering cigarettes
담배꽁초
butts on
버리지
the
마.
bus.
자국
They leave
남으니까.
burn marks. The bus falls silent again.
잠깐.
Hold on. The
버스에
bus shouldn't
경적이
be this
흐르면 안
quiet.
되지.
Where's the
엔진
engine
소리는
room?
어디가? 결혼? 왜 속도를 안?
밥이 없어.
No food. Mephi is
루키가
hungry.
배고파해.
Basically, you can get character fragments from the gacha system, battle pass, and events. Then get any characters you want. Okay. Noted.
잘 됐군. 분위기를 좀.
The idea of Virgilus casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus like some normal person at a pump felt strangely out of
차가
place.
움직이려면 캐론 헤드라이트를 깜빡거려봐.
Yeah, what
댄스 타임이야.
fuels Mephistopheles?
잠깐. 헤드라이트까지 켜면 습격받...
그걸 노린 거군.
네?
에이!
Uy,
가진 거 다 놓고 내려.
Get off. You got 30 seconds.
20에 빠져.
왜 이렇게 주변에 모자...
뭐라고 했냐?
비겁하게 습격을 하다니.
자, 다 그리고 말이야. 최대한
We want
죽지
them
않을
half dead
만큼만 해줘.
and not dead kill.
알지?
Really? Can we really not kill yung enemies? Chaining multiple skills with the same affinity color in the same turn will activate what is known as resonance. Okay. Blue. Connect these skills with the same affinities and activate resonance. Blue, blue, yellow. Chaining 2 or more skills with the same affinity in the turn will activate known as resonance. Neutral though.
행동을 개시합니다.
좋은 전략입니다.
지금이 기회입니다.
Okay. Chaining 3 or more adjacent skills with the same affinity activates absolute resonance. Try activating absolute resonance using these skills. Okay. We're still technically at the tutorial. 1, 2, 3. Absolute resonance. Chaining 3 or more adjacent skills with the same affinity in the same turn will activate. We already read that. Activating a resonance slightly enhances affected skills based on the number of skills linked. Activating absolute resonance guarantees that every skill in the resonance will chain receive boost.
해보기는 할게요. 아니,
좋은 전략입니다.
늘 새롭다니까요.
좋은 전략입니다.
Wave 2. Each unit has a unique passive. Select Faust to view her
무슨
passive.
일인가요,
Skill.
관리자님?
Passives. 2 res deals 10% damage to target that have negative status effect. Faust passive is a resonance passive. These conditionals for passives can be met by activating resonance. Okay, so if you manage to pull up 2 resonance, this will activate. Deal 10 damage to targets that have negative status effect. Please activate resonance passive by activating resonance for the necessary affinity. 2 or more bright in indigo. Really? This is indigo, not blue. Okay, fine.
명령대로 하겠습니다. 순조로운 전략입니다.
새롭다니까요.
And we're being raided
좋은
again by
전략입니다.
Eunice with a party of 19.
지금이 기회입니다.
표정대로.
Thank you for the raid, Eunice, and a good morning. Maybe a good night if you're about to sleep. Shout out to Eunice. A special shout out to you. And Eunice. Eunice. 안녕하세요, Eunice. We are playing a free-to-play game. I'm currently playing it on Steam at the moment. It's called Limbus Company. I think if you are in this space long enough, you are already aware of what Limbus Company is. This game was released last 2023 and it is my first time playing it after 3 years of its release. Wait, there's someone on YouTube who dropped by a message saying, "Welcome to the company." Rizby said, "More of each color, more damage of said color." Yep, on top of the existing, what do you call that? Rock, paper, scissors, right? And you will always need to aim for higher damage, more coins. Well, coins is like subjective, but base attack, coins, and flips. Coin flips? Coin value? Those passives rare that require resonance. Only one specific team works around resonance. Okay. So I need to check the specific sinner or their, what do you call that? Ego? Is that ego or identity? Maybe one of their identity requires more resonance, but if they don't require resonance, then of course we will have to choose the normal way of like choosing what trumps the enemy's attack. Thank you again to Rizvi on YouTube. We are doing a multi-stream. I'm also on YouTube at youtube.com/Kurix_Tuper. And I mainly stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Kurix_Tuper. Thank you to Eunice again. We did give Eunice a special shout out. And thank you for bringing your community here with you. And hopefully you guys had a wonderful time with Eunice's stream. Was playing Dota 2 earlier, but Eunice also plays Limbus Company as well. So do check out Eunice. More of Neverness to Everness. I haven't seen Eunice play Limbus Company though. Maybe after this. Wolfie, thank you for checking in. As I usually said, chicken in. Thank you for chicken in line and good morning. Take a look at the different types of passives. These icons in the top left corner of the screen also show the list of available passives. Select Mirror Salt's icon. Which one? Staunchness. At less than 50 HP, gain 1 protection at the start of the combat phase. Sinner's Mirror Salt's passive is an owned passive. Owned passive activates automatically each turn provided you have enough ego resource. What is an ego resources? The passive requires that you own 2 sloth yellow resources. How would I own a 2 sloth yellow resources? I think, where do you see that? Where do you see a 2 slot resource? Ayun, okay. On the right side. Use skill to gain ego resource corresponding to that skill's affinity. Viewable here. Okay. Since we gather enough slot yellow ego resource in the previous turn, this owned passive is already activated. Ooh. That's cool. I mean, you really have to strategize or go on a specific run with a specific type of build. At least they have protection. The protection passive. I think that applies to every character, or is it only on Mirror Salt? Ego Resonance are color you use. Blue skill, 1 blue resource yet. Yeah, I haven't streamed it. I'll open the game in a few minutes, see if you can use my persona. Sure. I don't have any friends yet. If you guys want, you can, I don't know. I don't know how do we add each other here. Okay. Currently active passives will be highlighted. Okay. Support passive. Sinners have been sufficiently upgraded, can assist deployed sinners through their support passive. Support passives like regular passives at resonance and owned conditionals. Okay, so we have this. Analytic Eye deals 10% damage to targets that have negative status. Again, Resonance. 2 Resonance. Heal 6 SP the next turn. Yellow. This is not owned, no? Okay, this one is. If the target SP is below 0, deals 10% damage. Owned. So I guess more yellows, no? Okay. What if pure yellow? Let's go.
행동을 개시합니다.
Ping.
좋은 전략입니다.
Again, we're still at the tutorial technically. Again, thank you to Rizvi.
관리자님의 99% 명령과 1%의 제 실력이 합쳐진 결과였습니다.
On YouTube. Most valued employee. Damage contributed 52%. Oh, we have like a post-screen victory screen. Are we now able to get like XP points for our characters? Nope. How do we level up our characters? The boss deck. Maybe later. We're still at the tutorial.
따라갈 준비는 끝났습니다.
Uy, monsters? Uy, what's happened? A deep guttural rumble erupts at the side of the boss, heaves and splits open. A number of human shapes litter the ground before the boss gaping mouth. Chewing? What? Ryoshi took in the spectacle with clear satisfaction as though determined to savor every moment of it. Man, they are really sinners. They are not sinners for nothing. This one is more of like a psychopath, yung Roshu. Look, visibly shaken.
다들 제정신이 아닌 것 같아요.
We're surrounded by insane
그렇지
people.
않나요?
But I don't think Sinclair is really innocent. Maybe he is twisted in some sort of a way. The way he reacted made me wonder what history the sinners carried. Yeah, hopefully later we will be able to learn more about the sinners, which I think we will. None of you were forced to join, right? Whatever happened before my head got replaced with a clock is a complete mystery. But as far as I can tell, I was basically forced into the company. And maybe they're not so different from me, or so I thought until Sinclair bowed his head as if it hit a raw nerve.
그래요. 맞아요. 이건 제
He was muttering under his breath like he was talking to me at home.
입사하지 않았어도 했을 일이요. 저기 또 악의 무리가 달려드네.
Okay. Did you gacha? No, I haven't. I haven't pulled for anyone yet. In addition to attack, what do you recommend, Rizvi? Which banner should I pull from? I don't have. I have zero idea on whether I should pull for banners now, later, or save it. In addition to attack skills, each unit also has defense skills. I'm still basically at the tutorial. Light up a sinner portrait at the bottom of the dashboard to swap their bottom skill with the defense skill. Really? Where's that? First let's try selecting the sinner Mersault's portrait to generate a guard skill. Defense skill guard. Use the guard skill to gain shield equal to its power. Damage will be absorbed by the shield first before affecting the unit's HP. Hopefully later on there will be like a shield ability, no? Okay. Now select Faust's portrait to generate an evade skill. When using an evade skill, its final power is greater than or equal to the enemy's skill. The unit will completely ignore the enemy's attack, taking no damage from it. Evade skill. Flip their coin once for every enemy coin flip. Warning, if an evade type defense skill final power is lower than the enemy. Yep, same applies with the basic one. Generate a counters. Oh, okay. Counter skills allows the enemy to strike first, then perform an unopposed attack against the attacker. Warning, if the unit is staggered by the enemy's attack, the counter will not activate. Okay. Lightly tap on the sinner's portrait again to cancel the generated defense skill. Character portrait? How does that supposed to work? Let us demonstrate the character of each defense. Chain the defense skills, then start the combat phase. Start.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
Up, evade. Up. Counter. Wait, let me check the chat. I just saw I only have 24 hours in this for this game because I feel sleepy every time I play it. Well, maybe you have been playing it when you are about to sleep, or maybe there are some games that like that, like if they have like really calming and relaxing or soothing music even, or maybe you are just too tired. You had like a long hours of playtime and then you switch to this game, you'll probably feel exhausted. Rizvi said you can reroll because rerolling takes 1 minute, but you can also get lucky first roll. I will be here and tell you how good the certain unit is. To be honest, if you wait a day, tomorrow banner will be better compared to the current one. Okay. Let's pull tomorrow. When used under the right circumstances, defense skills can be even more effective than clashing or attacking enemies. However, poorly timed use of these skills can put sinners at great risk. How do we know when we'll be using yung defensive skills? Also, please note that sinners will not select their defense skills unless you personally issue a direct command. Keep this in mind when using the auto skill chaining function. So, wait. Resentiment deals 10% damage to targets with that have higher max HP. Resonance. Okay. So purple resonance, blue resonance, analytic eye, staunchness, 2 owned, yellow. Wait, are we supposed to use yung skills, yung abilities, or it's a free-for-all now? Purple, purple. Neutral 50%. Nani? Negative, favored, neutral. Neutral, favored. Or should we just simply use yung attack, right? Counter. Why do we need to use the evade? How about blue? Wait, is it way higher? Yep, it is higher. 9.5. Analytic eye. Let's try this.
행동을 개시합니다.
Counter. Counter.
Nice day for fishing, ain't it? It sure is. Have a great day.
Wait, let me check. Eunice said probably since I play it at the end of the day. Oblivion, welcome and thank you for chicken in. Good morning. Wait, let me check the chat on YouTube. I can link the trailer for the Tomorrow banner units if you'd like to watch. If you reroll for both of them, they work well together and are good generalist. And you can save for Walpugris banner that comes 2 weeks later. It's a special banner. And you already know all of the schedule, no? You probably are a big Limbus Company gamer as well. How many hours have you already spent on this game? This big. Thank you. Good morning again. So what are we supposed to do now? Sorry. Purple. Resonance, right? Staunch. I still don't get yung 50%, yung negative 50%. Favored. What is that supposed to mean? Like, what's the negative 34%? Why is there like a... Even though if you notice, the base attack is way higher than the enemies, then what's the negative 50% for then? The sanity is fairly... is in the positives. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Staunchness. You know what? Let's add some staunchness to this.
Good morning. Nice day for fishing, ain't it? It sure is. Have a great day.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
지금이 기회입니다.
Boom. Boom. Sheesh. Overkill. Boom. Boom.
지금이 기회입니다.
Boom. Boom. The other one is fighting for his life. Yo, Kakambear, welcome in. Thank you for chicken in and good morning. Even I don't know that is probably the resistance of the enemy. But then I noticed that earlier, like most of their moves, example, wait. See, this one is dominating, but negative 34. This is like, I think a slash attack, smackdown. If you notice,
무슨
smackdown.
문제라도 있으십니까, 관리자님?
What ability is that? Wait. Sorry. Sorry. It's... We have smackdown and bash. Okay, so... Both have bash abilities.
뭐?
This is, I would assume, is a... What's a bash? Fatal, inefficient, blunt resistance. Wait. This is his resistance. Fatal gluttony resistance times 2. So he has a... wait. What is this though? Is this yung the damage that they can inflict? Red. Red is normal. Wrath. Wait, wrath resistance. Huh? This is my resistance for the fatal physical, and this is yung elemental. I would say elemental resistance, right? So since this is a purple one, wait, right? Purple, right? Or the red one. Red is wrath, I would assume. Okay, so the enemy, sorry. The enemy is resistances times 2, has a resistances against slash, has a resistance on blunt resistance, normal resistance with the red. But if you use yung purple, it has times 1, but it still is under like the blunt. So it's I find it weird like if you go with this one. See, it has like negative 34%. But if you use the purple one, it has like 50. I don't get it. Wait. Purple, yellow.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
당연한 결과죠.
Ding, we're getting attacked. Boom.
지금이 기회입니다.
표정대로.
Victory. He's weak to green and orange lash. 2x takes 2 times more damage. 1x normal damage below 1% is
조금
the
우세해졌군요.
resistance. Ayun. Level 2. Manager level increase. Enkephalin capacity up. What is that? Enkephalin has been refilled. It's like your daily energy. Where do you need to spend those energies so we can maximize yung dailies? Where do you spend enkephalin? See, if we'll probably need to spend this a lot, right? Or since we're still at the beginning of the game, we don't have any means to spend that on. I would assume that enkephalin is this one. Okay, so at least it stacks up. So that's good. It doubles, no? And enkephalin module. Where do you spend this? For grinding previous stages? Or once you get strong on unit gain, once you get strong unit in the game, it becomes a lot more simple because strong units are just as strong as bosses, if not stronger. Stamina, yeah, the stamina system. Where do you effectively use the stamina? Do they have like dailies? What is this? Remaining items owned 16. What? Earn photos by following first time event stage main story. What's this? Obtained from Nestic experience event. What are these? I think this is for like yung voucher for pulling characters, no? Let's not accidentally claim those. I think if we are going to pull for something, yung guaranteed hero pull, or I don't know if in golden ticket, we might accidentally redeem one, so let's be careful. Refraction railway, no? Let's just continue with the tutorial for now. Enkephalin. Okay. Can we choose another character? Level 1? They're all at level 1 though. Should I change my characters? No, let's stick to
그럴듯한
this one for now.
예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데
You
말이야.
don't farm story, only if
배부르게
the
밥을
story has
먹은
an
지가
event.
언제더라. 기계 덩어리 팔자가 더 낫네.
제공되는 식사는 모두
You don't
정량이에요.
farm story, only if that story has an event. Okay.
그 정도 먹어서는 기운이 안 난단 말이야.
I thought I'd heard Heathcliff shouting. You think I'm doing this on a full stomach? In the distance, Patrodia seemed to pretend she heard nothing. Does this bus run on stuff like blood or protein?
엔케팔린이에요.
Enkephalin, an
로보토미
energy source
코퍼레이션에서
extracted by
추출했던
lobotomy.
에너지죠.
That's also, I think, a game, yung Lobotomy Corporation. I think that is like yung base building game that expands on the universe of Limbus Company.
이전 엘사 말이군요.
The previous
특이점으로
L Corp, right?
에너지를
I
생산하는
heard it
회사라고
used the
들었어요.
singularity to produce energy.
엘사가
Though
몰락한
now that
지금은 잔해밖에
the
남지
wings
않았지만
fallen, all that's left is its rubble.
맞아요. 그래서 지금은 구하기가. 하지만 메피스토펠레스는 신체에서 엔케팔린을 강제로 추출할 수 있죠.
Enkephalin. The body? I could not help but fixate on that word as I looked back and forth between the chewing maw of the bus and Ouches, who was barking orders at the other sinners.
엔케팔린은 뇌와 척수신경에서만 추출돼요. 특히나 생명 활동이 있을수록 효율이 좋죠.
So that is what fuels the Mephistopheles. Not to kill the assailants.
그럼 해당 부위만 먹여도 되는 거 아니야?
Why feed the whole body?
라기엔 피와 근육도 연료로 쓰일 수 있어요. 엔케팔린이 시동과 추력을 위해서 필요하다면 나머지 생체 물질은 순항할 때 사용되죠. 엔케팔린이 되도록 천천히 소모되게 하기 위한
So
설계죠.
basically, the Mephistopheles is a very efficient vehicle. So it doesn't just get the enkephalin, it also processes the organic parts into fuel.
하이브리드요.
Hybrid. Post went on to explain how most of the vehicle's fuel is taken from the branch facilities and that harvesting enkephalin from human bodies won't be sufficient in the long run. Yeah, we probably need a proper fuel for it. Most of it went straight over my head though.
뭘요? 파우스트는
고생은 우리가 하고 있지. 이봐, 관리자 양반.
Okay, more incoming. Are we going to be introduced to a new... Okay, there you go. Adjusting density of information on screen during combat. At the top right of the in-battle screen, there is a button that adjusts the amount of information displayed. 3 options set display the density to minimum, medium, or maximum respectively. The maximum information displayed configuration, this is the default setting applied when first starting the game. More information is shown compared to the 2 settings. Function is the same as maximum set. Okay. You know what? Let's try the minimum. Okay. Okay, but if we change it to like a maximum. You know what? I prefer the maximum because at least you can see the description of the abilities, right? Wait, how about this? Information relay, resistance, blue, resonance, green resonance, own. On hit, inflict bleed at a 50% chance. We need 4 red. 3 blue and 4 red. Orange. But this is red eh. So I think we need yung... We have blue. Yung red, we don't have the red one. Oh well. So first off, neutral, favored. Neutral, favored. Okay, blue. Blue.
홉들을 제거하겠어.
아름답진 않지만
Nice.
해냈어요.
Fatal. Sheesh. I sent you a friend request in game. Oh, how did you manage to add me in game? I don't even know what my do we have a user ID here? I'll check that out, Rizvi. Okay, so blue. At least we now have blue, no? Or is that indigo? Own. It's the same. Blue. It's basically the same.
해보겠습니다.
No, that's not blue. That's basically sky blue. Okay. Sky blue or I don't know, light blue. Not in here, but in the menu.
고작 이 정도로 들떠한다면 예술가의 자격은 없는 거지.
Confirm. Menu. Wait, let me check. Menu. Where's the menu though? Own passive activate from you gaining those resources like how it requires red. Yeah. You can use my units if you'd like. Yeah, but then again, if I use other people's unit immediately, I might be losing on like understanding the lore. But sure, I can add you guys for now. Where's the menu? How did you manage to add me up though? Window?
아침은 무사하오. 간밤 동안 잊어버린 것 하나 없이 모든
메뉴?
게 돌아온 것이오.
Input code? PC keyboard settings? Do they have like redemption codes here?
수감자들별로
관리자다리.
그럴듯한 예.
저한테
나중에 집에 돌아가게.
관리자라고.
전
남들은
아마
관리자님.
우리 관리자 양반은 평소에는 뭐 하면서 지내나?
Where do we
담배라도
see people? Where's
보내주고
the
싶은데.
social element of
그러지도
this game?
못하겠군.
Click the Limbus Company on the bottom left. Bottom left? Left, right. Bottom. Limbus Company. Okay. This one. ID has been copied. Okay. So this is my ID, right? Friends. Add a friend inbox. What's this? Is this you? Level 47? Huh? Accept. Confirm. Last online today. Is this you, Rizvi? Somebody added me already. And again guys, you can add me here on Limbus Company. This is my code. Go to friends. Okay, here. Arc Knights. Oh, they have a collaboration with Arc Knights. That's interesting. Inbox. Okay, who's this now? Accept. Who added us earlier though? Who is this? Today. We now have 2 people adding us here. I will not be using your character, or if it asks us later, I'll probably skip it for now.
적당히 나쁘지 않은 아침이지.
Just for me to get a better handle on the basics of the game. But I will eventually use your characters. The next one is Yuri. Clear within 10 turns. Okay, so there is an EX objective. Oh. Effective affinities slash. Oh, okay. You click enter. So, editing. How do you know yung what elements? I don't get it, sorry. Can we select yung details? Ayun. So this one is a slash base. This one is also a slash base, no? Max participant. How do we know which characters? Delete? No. Wait, how do I do this again? Sorry. So how do we see yung abilities, their skills? Nice. How do you do this? I want to remove. Okay, so this one. I'm getting confused. How do I get that? Because I want to bring along a units with the slash affinity, effective affinities. So, example, I want to switch around. How do I see the slash affinities here, right? So how do I get back to the previous one so I can remove yung units? Max participant editing. Hold on to them. We can level them up, oh. Okay. Inefficient. I mean, example, I just click this section, right? Clear selection. Nope. Or clear selection. Should I go with the clear selection? Okay. So let's clear the selection. Yes. Right? So now we can focus on this. One. Deploy.
예술을 보여주지.
There's also color coding. This one has deploy.
모두에게 평등하게.
내가 필요해?
/ blue / the first one. Blue.
최선을 다해볼게.
Again, how do we remove yung... Okay, there. How do we see the... what do you call that? The resonance on the... Ego resources expenditure, Yisang. Don Quixote. Mirrors of Honglu. I'm still a bit confused, but let's go.
하라고? 나?
Click to remove them and then click to
적당히
add them.
끝내라. 곧 손님이 방문.
Guess who?
처음으로 가는 던전이니까
I have determined that we
길잡이가
will
필요할
need a
것
guide
같아서요.
as this is our first trip to a dungeon.
저 혹시 림버스 컴퍼니에서 오신 분들 맞나요?
Who is she? Someone approaches us with a apparent hesitation.
맞나 보네요.
The boss had just about finished its meal and was crunching down on the last bits of bones. Yuri watched it indifferently before introducing herself.
예전 엘사에서 근무했던
Former
유리예요.
employee of the previous
부탁합니다.
L Corp. Previous L-Core, you mean?
그
Has to be
로보토미
Lobotomy Corporation.
네, 우리는 로보토미 코퍼레이션 9L4의 옛 지부들로 향합니다.
Fallen
저라면
L-Core.
불러도 절대 안 왔을 것 같은데. 추락한 날개라니. 분명 끝이 좋지 않...
무슨 소리야? 날개고 뭐고 돈만 함께라면 뭐.
거기는 아직도
괴물이 아니라 환상체요. 어쨌든 사실이에요. 하지만 더 중요한 것들이 있죠. 지부 가장 깊숙한 곳에 최근에 피어나기 시작한
Plant-like
L사의
growths.
기술의 핵심 정수가 존재해요.
단테, 며칠 전에 내가 제안했던 걸 기억합니까? 정수, 황금가지를 모아온다면 그
Okay.
억지로 떠올리려고 할 필요는 없습니다.
And if it's the lobotomy core we're scouring, we might come across some enkephalin too.
그러면 더 이상
거기다가 운이 좋으면 에고까지 얻을 테니.
Ego, ego. That's another unknown term that makes me tilt my head.
유리 씨는 무슨 일 하며 지냈나?
내가 보아하니
It appears to me
그들은
that
해결사일 것 같소. 그들에게서는 모두 고결한 영.
어디서 그런 소식을 들었는지 모르겠지만 해결사는 그런 영웅들이 아니에요.
Wishlist.
금세 다른 밥벌이 찾는 게 쉽진 않았을 텐데 용케 해냈고.
아직은 계약직이에요.
contract work.
아하, 굳이 다시 이곳으로 기어들어온 이유도 예전 직장으로 돌아가서 크게 한탕이라도 치면.
실적을 세우면 계약 기간은
그렇지. 보통 계약직 시절은 실적.
그거 참...
어이, 아까부터 왜 이렇게 비꼬는 거야? 뭐가 그렇게 마음에 안 들어?
글쎄요.
I don't know. Every single thing I'm hearing right now is
끝까지.
getting on my nerves. Seemingly unaffected by the abrasive attitude, Yuri quietly took an empty seat. Glancing between the two of them, Gregor returned to his seat as well, scratching his head. I don't think I'd ever get used to being around these people. But you know what? I'm intrigued on who you are, who Dante is, where we are. But I think one of the popular theories, or maybe it's not a theory but a reality, that we are all in hell. But if we are all in hell, then what are we doing this for then? If your soul is already doomed, or maybe the concept of hell itself is not the usual heaven or hell or the Christian or Catholic teachings. So I don't know. Maybe.
빨리 배어드는 편이 편할 겁니다.
Or maybe it's ProjectMoon's interpretation of it. And just based on Dante's Inferno. To repent? I don't think, who knows. Maybe they'll eventually save their own souls here, but they're basically undying. But then again, there are a couple of like individuals that are serving as normal fodder as a fuel and serving only as a fuel to Mephistopheles. So what sets them apart from the rest of the individuals here, right? And if you die here, are you really truly gone?
그럼 출발하지.
내 피부에 빵빵, 카룬도 빵빵.
Papang-pang. Okay. So we now have a couple of skills. Resonance blue, green, 4 red, and blue. 100%, 75% to weak blue, equal, blue, maybe green, neutral. Start.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
젖은 낙엽하오.
Yeah. It's more effective na we switch to slash combos. Overwhelm. Green, green, green.
폭들을 제거하겠소. 폭의 거울은
Fatal.
깨졌어.
We have the 4 survival. Heal 5 HP at the start of the combat phase. Red. We don't have red. What's the red again? Sorry. Number of owned ego resources. Wrath, I think. But we don't have any red units or red skills. Green, blue, resonance, red, blue. Orange. Orangey. Glut resist glut. Lustrous. Envious.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
Basically the 7 deadly sins. Envy, sloth,
거울은 깨졌어.
wrath.
아름답진
It's
않네.
not specifically like yung what do you call that? Elements. Maybe it still is. Okay, we have the for survival information relay. You probably need to get a red or wrath. Blue, blue, blue. Orange, green, purple, orange, green.
금방 다녀올게.
Bitch. When you don't feel like thinking, press the win rate button. My strongest ID are all slashes.
혹사에 대한 대가구려.
Okay.
시들어가는 것 같소.
So this one. Oh, we reach this. Rewards earned. Clear within 10 turns. Ah, wait. What was the win condition? Same. Details. Red. Red with slash. This one. Max participants. Who else is with the red slashes? Huh? We don't have any more reds. Defense. We have this one. You only have one character with red slash abilities. Support are on the right last icon. Which one? We have defense, defend, evade. I'll try. Who is this? Edit team. Maybe I should pull for to get a new identity. Maybe that will have like a new deadly sin. All ego is just the last one below it. I still don't get the reference though, or what you are talking about. I'm still a bit confused. Red. Obtainable ego. Okay. So ego is basically the 7 deadly sins. Okay. I still don't get what these are. Who should we replace? Red. We have tons of green already. Maybe orange. Let's replace the orange. How do we know that we have selected the character already? Purple. Blue. Blue. Sky blue.
저를요? 최선은 다해볼게요.
Ego. What's... Huh? You can pull if you want to, but you can also just reroll during tomorrow's banner if you don't get any good units. Yo, Chef 55. 55 11-2. First time chatting. This is my first time playing this game.
이게
Okay, let's try this.
최선이겠죠?
And we're still basically at the tutorial.
저 근데 지도는 제게 있는데요.
No answers were returned, but the bus keeps speeding away.
그건 말이지. 감이지. 카룬의 감. 네? 분홍머리. 카룬 앞을
Pink
이상한
hair.
종이로 막는
Explain why
이유가
you're
뭐야?
raging that bad paper in Karen's face.
계속 이상한 방향으로 가니까 그렇죠. 이 지도를 보세요.
Karen reluctantly gives the map a cursory glance as she couldn't continue to ignore it when it was shoved right in her face.
마음이 향하는
Follow
곳.
the heart.
그곳에
That's
진짜
where the
길이
true path
있을지.
lies. Looks like we're lost.
벌써 우리는 모두
Here.
마음이 향하는
You
곳으로
almost follow
나아가야만
us our
하네.
hearts lead.
그냥
Man.
지도 보는 법도 모르는
You're just
길치라는
admitting that you
거잖아요.
can't read the map.
제가
You
하고
took the
싶은
words
말을
out of
대신해
my
주실
mouth.
줄이야.
Yuri and Ishmael put a palm over their respective faces at the same time, almost like they were in sync.
오, 우리 기사님
Did our
친구라도
driver make
생겼나
a
봐.
new friend?
분홍머리가 계속
Pinky
제잘거려.
keeps on blabbing.
난
I
길을
know the
알고
way.
있단 말이야. 아니 그러니까 방향이 잘못. 앞에 또 장애물이야. 부릉부릉 할까?
Birim.
아니
You
카론,
can just reroll up.
기다려봐.
보스가 근사해 보.
메피스토 팰레스의 후식 시간인 모양.
Helping
내리지.
up these hurts.
아직
Okay. Wave 1. Okay.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지. 다음은 완전한 아름답진 않네. 해냈어요.
Wait, why it says I was here before? That makes no sense. What do you mean? That you were here before? This is your first time chatting though. You were here before? It was your first time chatting, man. Well, at least on my end, I can see that this is your first time chatting. Resistance is green. Resonance. Deal and take 25% damage. Red. Blue. Is it blue or sky blue? Wait, does this skill need to be close to each other, or you can, example, orange, there's an orange skill here, and then does it need to be connected here directly, or we can, like, there's an orange here and then there's another orange here? Green. Rupture. Blue. Blue. Green. Green. Orange.
좋아, 간다.
Tomorrow banner characters scalar link. Okay, I'll check that out.
아직 안 끝났어. 기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
Win rate. Unopposed. But the damage. All of them are unopposed, no?
그 누구도 볼 수 없게. 아름답진 않네.
And because we only have one enemy remaining. There's only one enemy left. Of course, we will be unopposed.
고작 이 정도로 들떠한다면
Everybody's,
예술가의
leveling
자격은
up now.
없는 거지.
Next. Win rate is always better. Okay, win rate. Noted. Clear within 10 turns.
그럴듯한
아이고,
예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데
Fine.
말이야.
카론. 이쪽이 동쪽일 카론은 두 가지
Only
방향만
knows two
알아.
directions.
내
Mephis
뒤에
front and back.
앞쪽과 지금까지
How
방향도
did you
모르는
come so far
사람이
with the
어떻게
driver who has zero sense of
운전기사를 했대요?
direction?
카론. 그러니까요.
The sun rises
해가-
from. At the end of the driver's seat, three heads gathered together over a map.
꼬맹이, 너도 저기 끼어 있어. 무례한 소리!
I beg your pardon.
어린이가 아니라네.
I am no child.
꼬맹이는 더더욱 아니고.
I'm starting to think that Yuri might have put up with a rough childhood. Shook his head.
딱히 어린 편도 아니야.
Wouldn't be the
일단
youngest
칼을
side
줄 수
either.
있으면
Some nest.
전쟁에 참전부터 시키는.
Sounds like Nest used to get into wars with another in the past. Did that happen often?
아주 없는 일은 아니었지. 관리자 양반, 전쟁에 대해 궁금한 거.
Oh, I'm not really curious about the details. Just gathering info I should know as the manager. Just as I went to speak again, a sideways glimpse of the look on Gregor's face made me pause.
그런 자세를 뭐라고 하고 싶은 건 아니야, 관리자 양반. 오히려 좋은 자세 아닐까. 그래도 개인적으로는 모를 수 있을 때 모르는 게 기회일지 일단 알게 되면 다시는 모를 수.
아니요. 방금 저쪽에서 우회전을 했어야죠.
괜찮아요, 카론. 조금만 더 가서 꺾어도.
아, 기사.
뭐 지금 더 급한 건
옥신각신은 그쯤 해라.
친구들의 버스에 전화타니 미친 새끼들. 제정신 가만 안 둔다. 버스만 가지려고 했는데.
베르, 연료들이 시끄러워. 카론, 2명 이상 시끄러우면
걱정할 필요 없다, 카론. 이제부터 조용해지. 전원.
Okay. More fuel to Mephistopheles. The strongest unit of this season kills your own team. That's pretty dangerous. You know what? Win rate. Favored, dominating, favored.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게. 잘했어요.
Nice. Win rate. Unopposed. Favored.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
It's a good thing you have like a one button auto battle, almost an auto battle now. Oh, they're pushing back. Boom. Win rate. Probably unopposed. Neutral, really.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Ooh. Uy. Uy.
잘했어요.
Nice.
기다려. 아름답진 않네. 아름답진 않네.
No, she only kills specific characters and it's worth
다시 지도를
it's
보자고요.
worth it like upcoming 2 characters. Maybe if they have the ability to auto-resurrect.
카론, 딴청 피우면 안 돼.
This bus was made specifically for Limbus Company, right?
정확히는
It was made
저희들만을
exclusively
위한
for us, to be
버스라고
more
해야겠네.
precise. Isn't that basically what I
그게
said?
그 뜻
You don't
아니냐고
appear to be catching
생각하고
the nuance. That's weird. I don't think I spoke that part out loud. Is the clock broken or
그
something?
정도는 째깍이지 않아도 알 수 있어요. 파우스트는
There's nothing
모르는
that
것이
Faust doesn't
없으니까요.
know after all.
예상한 만큼 걸려서 만들었을 뿐이에요.
She's downright oppressive to talk to.
파우스트는 천재예요. 도시의 모든 것을 알고 있죠.
어이,
If
그렇게
you're so smart, why
뛰어나시다면
don't
저
you
앞에
help
가서
those
길부터
twits at
찾아주지
the
그래.
driver's side figure out the way?
아까부터
Can't sleep at
저것들이
the wink of their
시끄러워서
constant
잠을 못
bickering.
파우스트는 오지랖쟁이가 아니에요.
She's answered questions
묻는
but
것에는
doesn't intervene
대답하지만
without being asked.
그리고 인간이 무언가를 깨닫기 위해 골똘한 고민을
My
하는 것.
ID. Okay,
가장 즐거운
I'll add
일이랍니다.
Uni.
파우스트는 산통을 깨고 싶지 않네요.
뭘 골똘히 고민을 해봤어야
With Virgilius casting a glare his way, he clicked his tongue. I wonder why they're always so prickly.
나랑 마음이 꽤 맞는 것 같아.
Okay. After this match, I'll add Uni. Eunice.
고작 이 정도로 들떠한다면 예술가의 자격은
Why
없는
don't
거지.
use win rate in hard battles? Otherwise, just use it for most of the battles if you like. Yeah. Manager level increased. Okay. Limbus Company, right? Friends. Add a friend. And I added you, Eunice. So just check out your friends list. Who is this? Accept? People have been adding us, but I don't know them. Last online today. Again, thank you guys for adding me. I don't know how this works just yet. Maybe later. Here within 10 turns. Still enter. Select to battle to begin encounters with the currently deployed sinners.
목적지는 호기만소.
그래.
응? 무슨 이 뒷골
Bugheads? Insectoid?
단테, 머리가 시계라서 다행이야.
I would have gagged every time I look at you
쳐다볼
if
때마다
you were a
헛구역질했을 것 같아.
huge bug like that.
저거 그레고르씨랑 같은
저런 징그러운
Gregor
벌레 대가리를
has an
일부러
insectoid
붙여놓는다고?
hand, no? They transplant those disgusting bug heads onto their necks on
가까이
purpose.
붙지 마. 너한테도 해충병 없는다.
Bug.
장난이야. 내 개그세?
과거 G사에서는 대부분의 직원들이
G-Core.
그레고르 씨처럼 생체 무기 시술을 받았어요.
Like Gregor was.
그레고르씨 예전 쥐사 출신이었어요? 그때
Ishmael frowned as if she remembered something unpleasant. Gregor managed a smile.
저런 분들은 평소엔 어디서 주무시는 건가요?
Sleep at night.
세상에는 하늘을 천장 삼고 별을
아, 풍류가 있는 분들이로군요.
Poetic sort.
보아하니 저들 역시 우리의 여자 내려야 하지 않겠어?
굳이 날 찝어서 말하는 이유는?
글쎄, 앞장서 그레고르.
Take the lead,
이유는 네가
Gregor.
잘 알잖아.
고약한 사람이네.
Basically, Gregor is acting like a second in command. Oh. Insect-headed soldiers were gathered close to the bus.
어디 앞장서는 거?
넌 뭐야?
What are you?
왜 우리랑
Why does
같은
your
팔을
arm look
가지고
like
있지?
ours?
가만, 낯익은 얼굴인데.
주로 포스터나
Mostly
잡지에
on
서식했던
flyers and
적이 있지.
magazine cover, I bet.
그런 게 중요한 건 아닌 것 같은데요.
신경 쓰이긴 하지만 아무렴 어때?
You can do gacha tomorrow for the though. They are pretty strong and you can wait and save for Walp special banner. We don't know the kit or who the new upcoming Walp. What is a whelp though? So tomorrow yung gacha banner. How do you know which gacha banner will we be pulling tomorrow? What is the name of the banner? If you don't mind sharing that. Rixv. I'm talking to Rixv on YouTube.
그런데 이것들은 왜 대놓고 벌레 모습인
For
채로
the people
다니는
on
거야?
Twitch. Anyway, shouldn't they at least cover those insect parts before coming out where people can see them?
어린애들은 마주치면 눈물부터 터뜨리겠어.
내가 특이한
I'm
케이스야.
a special case.
대부분은
The,
머리통이 무조건
the
곤충 부분이
procedure makes
붙어버리거든.
those buggy parts grow on the head most of the time.
그러니까 운이 좋았다고 해야 할지는.
이유는 모르겠지만 저 사람들 우리가 로보토미 집으로 향한
이들도 황금 가지를 노리는 거야?
그럴지 그 정수를 원하는 자는 널 각각이 바라는 소망도 다양할 테고.
왜 날 쳐다봐? 내가 알 리가 없잖아.
Okay. Okay, let's go with the win rate. Ego are each sinner's unique skills that can be used regardless of the identity they are wearing. Let's inspect the sinner's Heathcliff's ego. Press and hold the sinner's Heathcliff portrait at the bottom of the dashboard. Oh, we have a skill. Every ego currently equipped by sinner Heathcliff are visible here. Ah, okay. SP. Top left corner. 10. Now select this ego body sack. Ah, they have abilities. Wait, is this the first time that we are using an ability? You lack the sufficient. Ah, okay. Now it makes sense. Before you will be able to use those skills, the ego skills, you need to have like specific what do you call that? What was that again? Ego resources on your stack here on the right side, which requires orange and two orange and 2 purple. View your current ego resources reserves here. Yeah, orange and purple. Yeah.
자 간다.
아직 안 끝났어.
Things are starting to get complicated now. Well, not that hard to understand. Okay, now we can use the ability. Win rate. Okay, as you can see, here's the enemy. Here's as you can see here, an enemy is about to launch a powerful attack against Sinner Heathcliff. If it's unlikely, he will win the clash. When a unit is about to clash with a difficult enemy skill, you can use an ego skill to turn the situation around. Ah, this one, no? The higher power makes them specially effective against strong enemy skills. If there are any unusable ego skills for which you have enough resources, it will be indicated in the shape of the surrounding sinner as shown here. Where is that? Here. Press and hold the sinner Heathcliff portrait again to enter the ego selection menu. Now you have enough resources to use this ego skill. Double tap on the selected body sack ego skill again. Double tap. Okay. Once selected, the ego skill will automatically be equipped in the bottom skill slot of the respective sinner. Where is that? Dominating. Equipping a different ego skill in the same slot or swapping it for a defense skill will unequip the current ego skill. Now let's return to the battle at hand.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
The SP cost is consumed the moment the ego skill begins its attack. Be warned, letting a sinner's SP drop too low may cause them to panic or become corroded by their ego.
안에 담아주지.
That's a unique animation. That's good. Raising an ego skill, thread spinning tier unlocks the ego passive. Once the turn in which this unit use the ego skill ends and the battle moves to the next turn. The skill's unique ego passive will activate. Okay, so wait. Say what now again? What? I didn't understand a single thing of that section. You don't know the kit, it's almost 3 minutes long. I didn't get what the heck was being talked about earlier.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Aba, mukhang na-enjoy. Well, I'm curious as to what will happen with the story. Turn 4 stagger, win rate.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
고개 거울은 깨져.
쉽네.
Victory. Okay. Next part.
복사에 대한 대가구려. 시들어가는 것
Oh, we
같소.
got the what's this? Identity training ticket. Gives 50 identity XP. Free lunacy. Photos confirm. And you know what? We have been playing this for 3 hours and 39 minutes. It's now 6:44 a.m. I think I'll sleep for now, so I will be able to stream again later on at around 11. It's either 11 or 2 in the afternoon. 11 a.m. So I guess with that, we are introduced to the Limbus Company, or at least to the sinners, the 13 sinners.
Shout out! Shout out! Shout out sa inyo.
Where is the best place to park this? Manager, company, friends, manager, window.
적당히 나쁘지 않은 아침이지?
일단 불러.
관리자다리! 이거
나랑
저한테
마음이 어지러울 땐 간단해요.
1, 2, 3,
그냥
4, 5,
안 되면
6.
어쩔 수 없지 뭐 하는
So this is
생각이면
the all of
세상
the
어려울 게 없다.
sinners.
그래도
남들은
아마
관리자님은
So far,
승리를
전 웬만
단테
아마 예전 같아서
관리자라고 해서
I don't like
fun계하거나
the sinner.
쓸데없는 계획
maybe
세울
there's a
생각은 하지
backstory
마라.
behind why he is
난
so
남의 말은 안
violent.
듣거든.
어느 순간
일단 불러놓고 할 말을 생각하시는
Spouses,
유형이라면
okay. I guess.
관리자다리!
나랑 어울리고 싶은
관리자다리!
나랑
저한테
So far,
무슨 볼 일이라도
Gregor
있으신 겁니까, 관리자님?
stands out.
형씨,
He's
그래도
the most grounded unit
관리자님이
or
단테
grounded sinner here.
관리자님은 대단한 것 같아.
바쁘긴 합니다.
우리 관리자 양반은 평소에는 뭐 하면서 지내나? 이 담배라도 권해주고
Rainers,
싶은데
welcome in. Click
그러지도 못하겠군.
dispense. You can check all of the units. Dispense. Okay, all of the units. What do you mean? Standard fare? All of the units? We don't have any. We haven't really pulled. Cannot purchase. Oblivion. This is yung mga battle passes, right? Wild Hunt. Bon Voyage. Orientation. Season 1, Limbus Pass. Walpugris. Night. Cannot purchase. I can fix it. Thank you for hanging out and watching my stream. What the heck? Hold on to them. Hold. What do you mean? Not enough ego shards. What do you mean by hold? Holding on to what? You can basically buy this for free. Really? What do you recommend? Extract or pass or event? Announcer? Event? That's the wallp I was talking about. You can basically buy this for free. What currency does it require? We also have this. Wow, what's this? I don't know anything though. In which character should we pull from, or what season? Season 6 Limbus Pass. Not enough ego shards, and I think you can only get ego shards by pulling for characters. You have to grind. And where do you grind to get those shards? But I think it's too early for me to grind for characters. Maybe I'll do some off-stream grinding, but I don't know. I want to like document my playthrough of this. So I guess that's it for now. So with that, thank you everyone both in YouTube and on Twitch for hanging out with us. We have been streaming this for 3 hours and 43 minutes. It's luck for you. Yeah, I guess I have to play through the story content. Maybe after reaching a specific level or manager level or character levels, I will be able, or those parts will be unlocked. But for now, let's roll the credits. Thank you again. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much for checking out Limbus Company for the very first time. But I need to get some sleep. I'm feeling a bit sleepy now. Rolling the credits. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us in today's Limbus Company stream. For the raids, we have Crossen, that's from Twitch. We have Eunice. For the chatters, we have Oblivionate, Asmar, Bomadom, Chef, 551112, Crossen, Hirusen, Honglu, Hots, Iris Corvus, Jane Bulag, Joker Jesse, Jasu Stream, Kuruiro, Laukin VT, Invisible, Reina Urza, Ridiculous Leben, Rizvi, Rixie, Raeksha, Eunice. I hope I didn't butcher your name. And welcome to the community. Well, welcome to me on your community here at Limbus Company. So far, so good. The game managed to pique my curiosity as to learn more about the world. I didn't skip any cutscene, although I wasn't able to read all. Well, I was just reading it on my mind, because if I keep on like reading it out loud, I'll probably drying up my throat. But I'm curious as to how this world opens up. The mystery of the manager of Dante. What happened to him? Why does he have the power that he has, able to revert back time? What is the ultimate goal of the Limbus Company? Why is this world so violent? And maybe that will be answered as we play more of this game. Again, thank you everyone. Wag, what we need to. I'm about to sleep. Reina Urza, thank you for joining and chickening. It's luck for you. Sleep well, yes. And thank you everyone. And we're about to raid out as well on Twitch. Again, you can check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Corix_Tuper, and here on YouTube at youtube.com/@Corix_Tuper. If you haven't subscribed, would love to have you guys here, so you will be updated when we go live again for Limbus Company and the other games that we have been playing. I'm more of a variety streamer, but my main game genre is role-playing games and roguelites. But of course, if you notice all of the live videos that we have here, I also play FMV games, demos, and many more. Again, hopefully we are able to entertain you, or at least welcome you with open arms here. Feel free to drop by the chat when you see me streaming, or maybe drop by the comment section if this is already via VOD. Again, welcome to everyone. We have Metal Wolf as well. Welcome on YouTube. Rizvi, thank you for interacting with me, a veteran in the Limbus Company space. It's pretty good to meet new people, even though like the game is already like 3 years already. It's the first time that I got more attention on one of my live stream here on YouTube. Again, thank you, and hopefully I'll see you guys again on the next Limbus Company stream. But for now, we are wrapping things up. We will be raiding out on Twitch. So for our regular viewers and followers, you can copy and paste this raid message. Tuturu. And for our subscribers, you can copy and paste this raid message containing our tier 1 emotes, or use any of the emotes available there. And let's find somebody to raid on Twitch. But of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're wrapping things up now. So who should we raid today? Let's see. Probably someone who we haven't raided before, who is online at this very moment. Okay, I guess let's raid Tara guys, let's raid Mikachu, who's currently playing Trees Hate You. This is a funny game. I have seen other streamers playing this. I don't know if it's the full version of the game or a demo, but do check out Mikachu's Let's Play. About to raid Mikachu again. Thank you again. Thank you to everyone who joined us in our Limbus Company first episode here on... Wait, what happened to my avatar? Oh no, it's stuck there. About to raid. Ay nako, just when we're about to end the stream, dapat my PNG Tuber Plus has started acting up. Great. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. GG's. Bye-bye.